How's it hanging, Phil?
From the front time,
Come and get it! So either put the gun down now, or kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get this party started.
I agree, Dana. Let's get this party started. So, welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And let's talk horror. So, if you've been here before, you know that we have the OG canceller himself, J-Dev of J-Dev TV. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great. I am so excited for this. I agree, Dana. Let's get this fucking party started.
I'm very excited for this as well. So, one thing we do want to say, we have 3 people here tonight. We are counting down 28 movies between the 3 of us. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to be super active with the chat. Obviously, we're going to talk to you guys, but it's going to be maybe every 5 movies, and then we'll, say hello to everybody in the chat and stuff, just because, like I said, 28 movies, 3 people. This is going to take a while. But before we do this, Nathan, thank you. For those of you that don't know, today is Ashley and I's 18-year anniversary.
It is.
Who better to spend it with than all of you? Exactly. So we're very excited.
Yeah.
These are the hardest lists to do. I'm just going to listen on this one. Not a huge Saw fan. Okay. Well, I mean, anniversary, ooh baby.
Ooh baby, ooh baby, ooh baby, ooh baby.
Thanks, buddy. We do appreciate you, Charles. You mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
Told you. The cancel starts already.
It already started. Pre-cancellation.
Yep.
You've been canceled.
Hey, what's up, Tatum? How you doing?
Hey, Tatum.
Yes, and Charles has been a member for 4 months now. Thank you, Charles.
Thanks, Charles.
What's up, Russell? I smashed that like button. I hope you guys all do the same.
Hey, Russell.
What's up, John?
Hi, John.
Nice to see you, my friend. Hey, what's up, Calvin?
Hey, Calvin.
Hope you have a great walk. Yeah. What's up, Adrian?
Hey, Adrian.
Everybody, Ryan, what's going on? Shaim.
Hello.
Grim. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Grim.
Everybody, hello. There's a lot of people in the chat. You guys are amazing. Yep. What's up, Troy? Glad we could make your night a little better by having it tonight. Everyone here is so welcome here. Hey, of course. That's what we want to do.
Absolutely.
That's a bummer, Ryan. I hate when people do that. I'm glad that our chat, our panel, everybody wants to talk to you. It really is great. Yeah. Hey, Dice.
Hey, Dice.
I feel like it's been a while.
I know it because we had the week off last week. So it definitely seems plan to get canceled at least 5 times today.
Hey, T. Parker.
At least he knows, right?
Right.
I think me and him might agree on our number 1 at least.
I think it's going to be close.
Yeah. Hey, David.
Yes, we did have a great vacation. Thank you. Yes, thank you for the anniversary wishes. Thank you, T. Parker. Thank you, Shaim. Justin, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Justin.
All right. Yeah. So, like I said, guys, not that we want to be rude or anything, but when you have, 28 movies between 3 people, that's over 80 movies, if my math is correct. 66, 70. Yeah. Yeah, it's over 80. 28. Nope. Yeah. Damn it, what's 28 times 3? 60 times 24 is 84. Okay,
I feel like
84 movies.
Yeah.
I'm doing the fucking Common Core. We have 84 movies to get to, so why not start at the bottom? So, yes, we are ranking every movie from the Saw Evil Dead, Child's Play, and Scream franchises. No, we did not include the Scream, Evil Dead, or Child's Play TV series. None of those are included here. These are just main films from the franchises. And mine starts out with a movie I didn't like the first time I seen it, didn't like on a rewatch, and I'm going with Jigsaw. This is a movie that we saw it in the theater. I was not a huge fan of it. It did nothing to impress me. And upon rewatches, I just think it's so sloppy and it doesn't make sense. And I don't know. There's just so much about this movie that I could go on and on about, but I'm not a fan. The prequel aspect of it, too many plot holes for me. So number 28 for me, Jigsaw.
Okay. My number 28 is Saw 3D. This movie, I felt like it didn't really fit with the other movies. I don't know. It was just weird. And it looked really low budget. I hated Detective Gibson. I thought he was a sexist ass. I do, however, appreciate one kill, Evan Chester Bennington, the Lincoln Park kill, where he's
the screaming scene.
Racist. Yeah, the racist guy that gets pulled, his back gets pulled off. I thought that did look pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it's my least favorite Saw.
Okay. What about you, J-Dev?
Well, I have watched all these movies this year, and I've actually every day for the past 3 weeks changed my list every day, except for today. My number 28, Seed of Chucky. I watched it when it came out in 2004. I know I'm canceled. Didn't like it then. I just recently rewatched it for the first time, and I didn't think it was as bad as it was back then. But aside from a couple good kills, it's just a weird movie. I know they went in a different direction. I'd rather have Chucky be more serious, but obviously it's meant to be a comedy to a degree.
Right.
Just way too goofy. The whole Glenda stuff. Some people like it. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but him peeing his pants, and I don't know. I don't have anything good to say. So Seed of Chucky is my number 28.
Which, I understand that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They did go a little wonky with it, but I still have fun with it.
Cancel yourself, J-Dev. Thank you, Justin. We're very excited about the prequel coming up. See, we got some more. Yeah, Nathan agrees. 28 Seed of Chucky, 28 Jigsaw. So we do have people. And then Shaim says Spiral, Saw 5 through 7, and Jigsaw. I don't care for any of them.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Saw 5. And now, the reason I have Saw 5 so low is I'm actually a huge fan of a lot of the Saw movies. This one is just the least memorable to me. At least with Jigsaw, I can remember something about it. Yeah. Saw 5, I have to go back and watch it again for me to even remember anything about it. So I'm going to go with Saw 5 for me on this one, just because there's nothing about this movie that sticks out to me. It's just one of those movies. It's just it's there. It exists. Mm-hmm. Not god awful, not great. It's nothing to me. I can never remember.
Okay. Mine is actually Jigsaw. Number 27 is Jigsaw. Like you said, there's a ton of plot holes. And it's like a reboot, but it's not a reboot because everything that happened before is still kind of relevant in it. And it just seems really far-fetched to me that Logan was Jigsaw's right-hand man this entire time before Gordon and Amanda. Yeah. I don't know. It does look like it has a bigger budget, but other than that, it's a lot of plot holes.
Yes, I agree.
That was mine.
What about you, J-Dev?
Like you, Ken, my number is 27. Well, actually, I should say before I mention this, if he watches this on the playback or is watching now, Patrick Burrow, awesome Saw fan, love him. I used to be a Saw fanatic. He's a Saw fanatic. I hope I don't get canceled by him, but Saw 5 is absolutely atrocious. Now, if Seed of Chucky didn't exist, Saw 5 would be my number 28, but the whole plot is basically, it's good that you get why Hoffman is the way he is, but other than that, it's Strom, Hoffman. Oh, I found out why he did this. The whole game that happens in the movie, all those characters don't really give a shit about him. The twist at the end, the tagline for the movie when it was coming out was "You won't believe how it ends." It ends with Hoffman going inside a glass box and really? That's your big ending? Absolutely terrible. I hate Saw 5. I still watch it because I watch all the movies, but I just recently rewatched it again and not a fan of Saw 5, so that's my number 27.
See, and I agree. There's just nothing about it that makes me go, wow. I think that's the only one that we left the theater besides Jigsaw. I left the theater with Jigsaw, like, that was terrible. I hated this. But with Saw 5, I left the theater just like, what are we doing? Like, I don't even know what to, like, that's the only movie, every other Saw movie besides these two, I left the theater like, yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope. Not this one. Nathan's got some Saw 3D on there. I agree. We do wish that it was going big screen on this one. A lot of Saw 5 is boring, completely lame. I will be checking that out. I'm very excited for that. Yes, please push that thumbs up button. Strom's death at the end. Again, that's the best. That's the best part. The best part. He should have followed the rules. So number 26 for me, and this is the one that people are probably gonna be like, really? I just do not like this movie at all. It's the worst in this franchise. Scream 4. I hate this movie.
You hate it?
I hate this movie. Okay, I can't say hate.
I was gonna say I didn't think you hated it.
No, I can't say hate, but I just don't like it. I don't hate it. I just dislike it. I get really pissed every time I see the first 10 minutes of this movie, and I can't get past that. Like, I think Kirby's great. Out. Yeah. I think some of the kills are okay, but overall,
there's some really gory kills. This one is really dark.
Cool.
Okay, whatever.
I still don't like it. So, yeah, number 26 for me is definitely Scream 4. It's just one of the ones that I can't. I've never been a fan of this movie. Again, I can't say not been a fan. I can watch this movie. If this movie's on, I'm not going to be pissed.
I was going to say, this hasn't always been your least favorite. You used to say 3.
Yeah, but when this movie's on, I'm not bummed or mad or upset. It's my least favorite of the franchise, and I don't know. It's just, I'm not a huge fan of this movie, so I'm going to put this one at number 26 for me.
All right. My number 26 is Spiral.
Damn, you're coming out the gate with 3 Saw movies?
I guess it's my least favorite out of the 4, I guess. Because there's a lot more movies that I dislike in the franchise. I don't hate Saw. Anyways, I feel like Spiral is just kind of mediocre. The twist was pretty predictable.
I will say that.
There was some really cool kills, like the tongue getting ripped off and stuff like that, but I don't know. It was just more like about the cops and less about like the killer.
Right.
So.
Well, and I agree with you on the fact of predictable. I called this one pretty early, and
I feel like that's the whole point of going in to see like a Saw movie is like you want to be surprised, like you want to go through all the stuff that you missed, and if you can catch on to it like pretty early on, it takes away from all that. Right. So. Yeah. That's just my thought.
Spiral's gone up the list since we watched it in theater. Because I felt the same way. Because when we left that, I was like, damn, I saw that. I knew what was going to happen. And if I can predict a movie, it bums me out.
Right.
So yeah.
Especially a Saw movie. Like...
Right. So, but on a rewatch, there's a lot of the movie I really enjoyed. So that we'll talk about that one in a little bit. But what about you, J-Dev? What's your 26?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 in a row now to kind of change the order up just a little bit, just to be fun. My number 26, I wanted to like it. I did. Cult of Chucky. Too many Chuckies. We only really need one. It did have some decent kills or gore, whatever you want to say. I'm glad that Alex Vincent was back as I forgot his name for a second there. I'm glad that he was back as Andy. He didn't really get a lot to do, and I did like the scenes with him and the Chucky head or face or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But the movie's a little wacky. I could probably watch it again though, but I'm not a big fan of it. Sorry, I know Ken, you love the Child's Play / Chucky movies. Don't like a Seed, obviously, and I don't like Cult, so that's going to be my number 26. And for my number 25, this is probably going to be the first time I get canceled on this stream. I know it's a cult classic, but I don't like this movie. And honestly, this was my 27, but I changed my list. That's The Evil Dead from 1981. The movie's really boring. It obviously is really dated. Ash isn't really Ash in the movie. The woman gets, I don't remember the character names aside from Ash in that one. The woman gets sexually assaulted by a tree and then becomes possessed and then is in the cellar. That's creepy to a degree, but it's just not memorable for me. I watched it twice in the last year and I just don't like it. So that's why I put The Evil Dead as my number 25.
That's fair. Let's go backwards. You want to give your 25?
Yeah. My number 25 is Army of Darkness. My least favorite of the Evil Dead. I do appreciate that they try to get him out of the woods, out of the cabin, but I felt like it was a little like cheesy, I guess, and not really scary. And I don't know. You do kind of get, some of the one-liners that, and you get like Ash's personality more in this one, but it's my least favorite.
Yeah. That's all fair, but my first Child's Play one, Seed of Chucky's at 25 for me. Making this list, I did not think I would have a Saw, Scream, and Chucky movie in the bottom half without an Evil Dead movie. But here we are. Bottom 4, I have 2 Saws, a Scream, and a Child's Play. Seed of Chucky, again, I like this movie. The only disclaimer I guess I could say here is besides Jigsaw, all these movies I can watch and be okay with.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Jigsaw, but besides that, the other movies I'm fans of, you just got to have an order. So Seed of Chucky for me, 25. A little goofy that we got. This movie's definitely goofy, but it's not as bad as everybody would come out to say. So you want to give us your... Well, now we'll go Ashley, J, Dev, me. You want to give your 24?
Yeah, my number 24 is Scream 5. I don't know. I felt like they were afraid to do something different. Like they kind of like went on the path of the formula of Scream. Like I felt like they were scared because it was this new Scream since how many years, and they were afraid to like kill any of the OG cast off. They just... I don't know. This is my least favorite Scream. Like I did love Dewey. I felt like it was probably the best Dewey performance in all the Screams. He was funny and but I don't know. My least favorite.
Well, that's fair.
And the Billy Loomis visions, I hated that. I thought that looked pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that part either.
Yeah.
What about you, J Dev? What's your 24?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm shocked to hear Scream 5 this low. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece by any means, but there's other Scream movies that I thought Ashley, well, I guess you already said 4, but I didn't think Scream 5 would be the bottom 5. But hey, whatever. Right. So my number 24 is a movie that used to be very high in my Saw ranking, and then upon this recent rewatch, I wasn't that thrilled with it, and that'll be Saw, the final chapter, or otherwise known as Saw 3D. The movie just looks weird with the color grading. You have the pink blood, which really bothers me. You have the main character, the guy that's in the game, Bobby Dagan, and he's not that interesting at all. It sucks what happens to his girlfriend in the game because she didn't deserve that. Hoffman and setting these ridiculous games up. I do like the Hoffman stuff. He's a fucking badass in this movie. I like the Chester Bennett scene, glued to the seat and losing his back. That's awesome. Yeah. Just the blood, it's just weird. I do like, even though it was pretty predictable what was going to happen at the end with Dr. Gordon slamming the door and saying game over. That's awesome. I could still rewatch the movie because of that and the fact that they do kill off Jill Tuck, which I don't necessarily like, but I think it was cool how they did it. So I hate to say that it's that low because it used to be my number 4 for the Saw franchise, but right now, as it stands, Saw the Final Chapter is my 24th.
Okay.
And that's fair. 24 for me is Saw 4. Again, I like Saw 4. I think this is a good movie, but I'm one of the people that thinks Saw 1 through 3 are so good that 4 is such a downgrade from the first 3 that it holds it back a little bit for me. So again, I don't have a lot to say about this film because it's one like I think this is the one where the CGI blood is like really bad, if I remember correctly. Saw 4 is the one where the CGI blood is just god awful. So yeah, I'm going to go with Saw 4 for that one.
I hate CGI blood.
Yeah, me too. We'll catch up on the chat real quick, and then we'll have J Dev start off at number 23.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm not mad but disappointed with you in your placement of Scream 4.
Yeah.
See?
Saw 3D.
I get it.
Hey, what's up, Cess?
Cecily.
Hey, Cecily.
Cult and Steed are the only Chucky movies I don't like.
Huh.
Okay. We got somebody being canceled.
I think that was me for Evil Dead.
Probably.
Hey, what's up, Gory?
Hey, Gory.
Yeah, you guys are all rocking tonight.
Heck yeah.
Saw 3D. Yes, make sure you guys are subscribing to JDev TV. You will not regret it, I promise.
No.
Make sure you're subscribing to the channel and follow along with him. Oh, what the?
Wow.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna cancel T. Parker for that one.
I was gonna say that's a stab right in the heart.
Why are you the way that you are?
I don't know why I did it twice, but yeah, can't take it for easy stuff. No, it's all good. T. Parker, I understand. I'm not gonna take it. Okay, I do. 24 is Saw 6. Scream 3, I think he's quite boring. You got more Saw 6.
Ken, you sound really muffled all of a sudden, by the way.
I don't know. Something happened.
You sound fine, Ashley. Ken got really muffled. Say it again.
How about
Talk
now?
again. You're fine
You guys sound
now.
better?
Got muffled for
Okay.
a second, though.
Oh, that sucks.
That was weird.
Yes, it does. It really does. Saw 6. Wow. Dewey got carved up like a Christmas goose in 5 cream. Yes,
did.
the cancellation was definitely for Evil Dead.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. All right. So JDev, you want to start us off with your 23?
All right. Well, this is the first movie I watched because I knew I had to watch all these movies because I hadn't seen some of them yet. So my number 23 is going to be the Child's Play remake from 2019. Elements of the movie are good. Chucky is fine. I don't mind Mark Hamill as Chucky. In fact, I might actually prefer him down the road if he would do more. Not saying I would, but it could be. I don't remember a lot about the movie. I just watched it. I mean, there was the good killer. The guy was hanging and then he falls on the saw. That was pretty awesome. I might be describing it wrong, but something to that degree. That was cool. And I like the whole aspect of this. I like how Chucky is like thinking he has to protect Andy.
Yeah.
But the look of Chucky is, in my opinion, terrible. And
Yeah.
Dog shit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe upon a rewatch I might like the movie more. But as it stands right now, for this big ranking, it's my number 23.
Okay.
Okay. My number 23 is Saw 3D. I feel like you, JDev. I used to like this one a lot more, but upon a rewatch, there's just so much of it that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I love the Gordon stuff. Like, I loved that. I thought that was great. But besides that, the one at the beginning where they're like trying to saw and the girls in there, like that was just
what was the purpose of it?
Yeah.
Like why?
What did they learn? Like, yeah, there was just nothing.
Because she's cheating. Like, come on. Like
Yeah.
that's a silly. I don't know.
To
Whatever.
interrupt for a second, it was supposed to be a 2-part movie, so they kind of crammed everything at the last second into one movie. They were, you probably already know this, they were supposed to be Dr. Gordon's henchmen doing
Yeah,
stuff
the-
for him.
Yeah,
at the
end.
I do remember. hearing
So
that,
yeah, it got kind of scrunched together at the last second. So there's a lot of things that they didn't do in it that probably would have made the movie make more sense. But I don't want to defend it anymore. Continue on.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. No, but and I've never been a fan of 3D. You know, I don't think it holds up, and I don't like watching movies in 3D. It hurts my head. So, yeah, Saw 3D for me is the one that I am just not a fan of. For number 20, I keep saying not a fan of because they're so low, but I can't say that because I am still a fan. I like the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, Saw 3D for me. You want to give us your 23, babe?
Yeah, my number 23 is Seed of Chucky. I do feel, like you said, it can be over the top sometimes, like the comedy. Like, I feel like Bride of Chucky, like the comedy and the horror is
That's a
it's
perfect
like
balance,
a
in my
perfect
opinion.
mix. Yeah. Where this one is just more comedy than it is horror, and I think that's why it's not perceived as well. But I do like some of the, it deals with a lot of important issues like gender dysphoria and stuff like that. And I do like that it brings that stuff to light, but I feel like they went about it in the wrong way, I guess. Like they made it like funny, like it, like laughing about it. And
Right.
I don't get why he had to wet himself. I think that's my big issue. That I don't know.
yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just over the top silliness, like the
Yeah.
Britney Spears, stuff like that.
That
It's
was
just
the worst.
just dumb. But like I said, I do like it does talk about important issues, which I do like that.
All right. So now we are up to 22. like we said, chat, we will catch up with you guys here in a little bit. Sorry I keep leaving, guys, but I've got very, very upset stomach, and I feel like I'm going to throw up. So if I keep getting up and leaving, I'm sorry. Like, my stomach just all of a sudden feels really, really upset. So very sorry, but I'm going to power through this.
This is a horror channel. Puke on the stream.
Right, right.
Just not on me.
Yeah, just not on the laptop.
Right. Get a bucket.
Not on me.
Right. You want to give us your 22?
Yeah. Did you do your 23?
Yeah, my 23 was Saw 7, the 3D one.
Oh, okay. My 22 is Saw 6. Saw 6. I feel like the flashbacks are very unnecessary. Like, I feel like that all the flashbacks is like, I already see all this stuff. Like, what do I need all that? The political issues in it, I do like the debate on, like the Medicare and all that. Like, I think that's cool. And the CPAP mask kill, I love that too. I think that's awesome. It cracks me up.
Right.
They're like going back and forth with the CPAP mask. Yeah. Other than that, like, I don't know. The son, he's the one that actually gets revenge on the guy for killing.
That's Roderick from A Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
and from actually, the 100.
Yeah,
he gets
Jasper
to kill
from
the guy
100
because they wouldn't take his claim, and so the dad
killed my dad, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I fucking love that kid.
So that's right. Oh, and the shotgun carousel.
Yes.
I love that kill too.
Feel
like,
bad in that
they're
one.
all like trying to plead for their lives and why they should be alive, and the one girl's like, "I'm pregnant." And he's like, "No, the fuck she," like, whatever he says. He's like, "She ain't pregnant. She's lying." Like, they're all pleading, and he's like, "Who do I kill? Who do I save?" So, yeah that's my number 22.
All right. What about you, J-Dev?
This one's come up a little bit for me upon the most recent rewatch 2 weeks ago, and that would be Spiral from the Book of Saw. I think the first hour of the movie is 45 minutes to an hour is really boring, and obviously we've already touched upon the movie is very predictable. Right when it's so obvious who the culprit is, but there are creative kills in it, and I think it's interesting. Although you kind of knew how it was going to end, but his motive of "you're going to help me catch these crooked cops" at the end, I thought that was really cool. And what he did to Samuel Jackson, I can't remember Samuel Jackson's character's name, where he had him propped up with the gun and all that. I thought, and then they shot him. That was pretty cool. And Chris Rock, me and Ken, I know Ken is a huge Saw fan, at least the original 3. And it's good that we got something from Saw, because we weren't sure if we were going to get any more. Right. Although I don't necessarily think it's really a Saw movie, but whatever. It's gotten a little bit better for me, because I remember when we did our Saw ranking with Rob and Kaylee of That Horror Couple, I had that my number second to last, I think, last time. So it's creeping up the list, so that's why Spiral from the Book of Saw is my number 22.
Nice.
All right.
I mean, they do talk about Jigsaw. Like, they do put, like, things from the Saws in it just to, like, make it,
Fan service.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 22 is going to be Evil Dead. The Evil Dead, 1981. I agree with you. Like, this is I've always said this is my least favorite Evil Dead movie. I respect it. I love that what it did. Like, I think that it's an important movie. But like you said, Bruce Campbell's Ash is a bitch in this movie. Like, he is a whiner. He
just doesn't help his friends. Like, he just like sits back and watches them like die, and he doesn't do anything.
I mean, there are great moments in this movie though, like when she's doing the card trick, Ace of Spades, Jack of Clubs. Like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They're getting stabbed in the ankle with the pencil. That's great.
The Achilles tendon.
There's, like I said, I really, really, really like this movie a lot. I like Evil Dead, but just in the grand scheme of all the other movies, I don't think it's as great as the other Evil Dead movies. So that's why it's a little bit lower for me. J-Dev, you want to start us off with your 21?
I can do that. So this one, it's a movie that you have to have kind of a taste and know exactly where it's going. Ashley already mentioned it, but my number 21 is Army of Darkness. Now, I didn't think I'd like this movie, and I don't necessarily like it, but they didn't call it Evil Dead Army of Darkness. They called it Army of Darkness. This is basically just focused on the comedy aspect of Evil Dead with little trinkets of horror thrown in there. And I think it works.
They couldn't use the Evil Dead name because they switched studios.
Right.
Oh, Oh, I'm such a. I should have known that. I should know that. Duh. I know.
That's why. That's the reason this isn't called Evil Dead: The Army of Darkness. It was supposed to be called. I think it was T. Parker that brought it up last time. It was supposed to be called Medieval Dead, or something like that. But because of the studio change, they couldn't use the Evil Dead name, so they had to use Army of Darkness.
And I forgot to preface the fact that all these Evil Dead terminology things, like Deadites and all that, I'm not 100% sure of what's what in the Evil Dead franchise. I've only seen a few of the movies twice and the other ones one time. So it is what it is, but still, I kind of enjoyed it because I got the comedy thing. I'm surprised that Ash didn't stay in the where he was instead of going back to present time. I thought for sure he'd stay behind because it seemed like he was having a good time once he defeated the Deadites and whatever they're called and all that stuff. And I think it's funny how he mispronounced the saying, and that's why all this stuff happened. So Army of Darkness, despite its flaws, it's still watchable. It's my 21st favorite movie of all these.
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny. It's still entertaining.
Oh, I love it. Out of all the Evil Dead movies, that's easily the one I've quoted the most.
Well, I said that's where he gets all of his quotes, is that one for sure. But
Boomstick.
It doesn't have the scare factor.
Yeah. All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick.
Yes, it is. So J-Def started this off with 21, right? You haven't given yours yet?
I have not.
Okay. Mine is Cult of Chucky. I mean, like, this is a movie that when it first came out, I liked it a whole lot more than I do now on rewatches. I still think it's hilarious. I love the 3 Chuckies. I think that's great. I've never felt so alive. Well, you've been alive for 10 minutes. I think that it's... There's Alex Vincent being back in it. Because we got Alex Vincent in a post-credit scene in Curse of Chucky. So we knew he was coming back. But then to actually see him, totally become Andy again. Mm-hmm. And even just a little walk around his apartment at the beginning, seeing like his Kent Academy Military School diploma and the picture of him and his mom. And like, there's so many little Easter eggs in that. And then you get Fiona Dourif really getting to chew the scenery. The creepy doctor, like when
that nasty
the pervert, and then when Chucky's like, and they think I'm a monster,
right?
Like even Chucky's like, this guy's a piece of shit, So again, I don't hate Curse of Chucky. Or Cult of Chucky. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people really, really, really dislike it. I'm not one of them. I like the movie, but it's just in comparison to the other Child's Play movies, it doesn't even hold a candle to a lot of them. So. We'll catch up on the chat real quick.
I haven't done my 21.
That's what I was doing.
So we're gonna do yours.
I haven't canceled anybody since we started the actual breaking yet.
You're like, this isn't as fun as I thought.
Actually, technically, Ashley, you should have saw my look when you said Scream 5. I went like this.
I personally, I didn't look at you for that reason.
Yeah,
not making eye contact.
She was like, it is Scream 5. Scream 5.
So my number 21 is Scream 3, actually. Do I get another look? I don't know. I hate the voice. I hate the voice. Like I don't.
I got this idea for Scream 7.
We've already heard this. We've already heard your idea. I don't know. It's just, how could you possibly have all their voices? I don't know. And again, this one is like the more humorous out of all of the Scream. Like, I know they're trying to be lighter because of everything that was going on at that time.
Columbine.
And the Columbine. And so they're trying to make it more funny. Like, they have them running in and out of the house, like trying to read the what is it? The screenplay. Yeah. And then they like introduce Martha Meeks, which where's she been? But I do love her, so I'm not mad at them for it.
How did she know they were there? Is my issue. Like, she just popped. Oh, you guys have got to see this.
Yeah.
That bothers the crap out of me. Sorry.
I don't know. And then he comes on because everybody wants Randy. Like he has to be in the Scream somehow. I think they're mad at themselves that they killed him off. But I don't know. It's not a horrible movie. Like, I think that the killer is my least favorite. There's just one.
Oh, Roman?
Roman, yeah.
There were two killers. They changed their mind at the last second.
They probably did. Because, you know, how many times did they rewrite the script? Like, even the days of, like, they said that they would get this
60 times a
completely
day.
different script. And so, who knows? There probably should have been 2 killers. But just the reasoning, I don't know. It just seems far-fetched to me.
Okay.
So that's mine. Yeah.
Again,
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
Ken agrees
say-
with you.
I think that in Scream 7,
We know what you think in Scream 7, then.
all right, my wife noped right after the series. Yeah, I get that. Shaim does too. We got some. Yeah, see, there's a lot of Saw movies down towards the bottom.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
The finale at the end. I thought it was a cool set piece. We'll talk about that a little.
We
bit
haven't
more.
mentioned Scream 6 yet. None of us have on the stream.
Nobody
Maybe
has.
the chat has.
Right. What's up, Saturn?
Hey.
I know Seth loved it.
Yeah.
I knew that one.
Yeah, we went and seen it together.
I swear Seed of Chucky was last. I don't think. Yep. J-Dev had it last.
Yeah, you did.
The movie sucks. Sorry.
I'll take Seed over Cult. The Child's Play remake was awesome in my opinion. I like how Chuck would do anything to protect Andy. I haven't talked about the Child's Play remake yet. Either of you?
I did.
Not
You
now.
did.
23.
I might
Yep.
have to. Yeah, my stomach feels fucked. Thank you, Russell. Saw
You
5.
did.
I'm gonna have to go
Any
look.
Tubs?
Bride of Chucky.
T. Parker.
Are you darkness? Yeah, make sure you guys are checking out the merch shop. It's it really helps the channel, and I mean honestly, you guys being here helps the channel. So thank you for being here and watching. But if you like Sledgehammer Horror, you want some merchandise, that's the place to get it. Thank you, Tatum. 22 Spiral. They did try something different.
They did.
The original is my second favorite Evil Dead. Okay. Saw the final chapter. I respect it, Saturn. I really do. 21 is Saw 4. Army of Darkness is my favorite. Army of Darkness, enjoyable enough. I agree. It's not my least favorite in the franchise, but Seed of Chucky.
Wow, that's too high, T. Parker.
Army of Darkness is the most rewatchable. Again, I think that it's very rewatchable. That much, I will give you that. Congratulations on 6 months, Tatum. I don't know why it won't let me show that here, but thank you.
Yes,
we appreciate you
thank
so
you,
much.
Tatum.
Cult ruined the mythos of the whole franchise. Just that second Dembala spell pisses me off so much. I get that. Child's Play 1 through 3, Cult and Curse, I watched, but they are subpar. The remake is awesome. Bride and Seed are my least favorites.
Wow.
What?
I thought Curse was a beautiful return to form. I like Curse a lot as well. Yes, and please make sure you are subscribing to JDev. Thank you, Tatum. You're doing the Lord's work there.
Thanks, Tatum.
You want to start us off with 21, babe?
I just did 21.
You did? I thought you did 22. Oh, never
I
mind.
did
I didn't
22.
cross it off. God dang, man.
Are you
We're at
okay?
number 20 right
No,
now.
we're at number 20. My stomach just all of a sudden hit me. Like I feel like I got like a stomach bug. Like I almost feel all sweaty and it just.
Go force
Uh-oh.
yourself
No.
to shit. You'll feel better.
That's not like the shitty feeling.
Yeah.
It's the pukey feeling. If it was a shitty feeling, you know, I have IBS. Like I'd be fine with that. I know that. I'll just sit here and fucking shit on
And
a
poop
trash
your
can.
pants.
But
You
it's
got
not that. It's more the pukey, like your mouth watery, feel sweaty. Like I
Yeah.
just.
You look kind of pale.
Yeah, I don't feel very well. But we will power through. It's our anniversary.
Stay away from me.
We are going to have
All
fun.
right.
20. Am
yeah,
I
number
doing 20?
Please.
Okay, so my number 20 is Curse of Chucky. So this movie did go straight to video because of how bad Seed of Chucky did. But I don't know. I don't hate this movie. I really like Fiona Dourif in it. I think that did really well. And just, I don't know, like after Curse and they did this, I don't know where I'm going with this. Some of the kills are really good. Like the poison chili,
Yeah.
like, and you don't know who's gonna die. Like you don't get that instant gratification of who got it. Like I like that. And then you find out later that it was the priest. He got in the car accident.
Maybe
and
I got
everything.
the poison chili. I'm starting to get the.
Maybe.
And I had chili today.
You did have chili for lunch, huh? And I made it for you. But I don't know. I like Nika. I think she's a great addition to the series. So, yeah.
Awesome. J-Deb, you want to give us your number 20?
I can do that. You have talked about this movie in very mean subtext, Ken. My number 20 is actually Jigsaw. I mean, I never liked this movie that much before, but upon a rewatch, I think it's an enjoyable. I know we disagree, but I think it was enjoyable. Now, the whole it doesn't make sense with Logan. Well, think of all the traps that had to have engineering involved, like the rack trap in number 3. That's who was helping John Kramer, because John Kramer was kind of bedridden that time. So I think it worked. I mean, there's flaws in the movie. I get it. And some of the characters aren't really memorable. But I just kind of liked it this time. Now, upon a rewatch again, when I rewatch all the Saw movies for Saw X or whatever they decide to call it, I might rank it lower. But this time rewatching, I actually liked Jigsaw a little bit more than I anticipated. So that's why I ranked it 20 out of all these movies. And I haven't mentioned a Scream movie yet.
I was gonna say I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure Scream 2 is coming soon. So
Have you seen my ranking yet?
My number 20 is a Scream movie, and it's Scream 3. Not my least favorite of the franchise, obviously, but I've grown to respect this movie because I think in Scream 7 we should have the voice changer. So I'm gonna say I'm not gonna give you my pitch again, but I think they should bring the voice changer back.
Please don't.
And I think that I love the goofiness of this movie. I have fun. I feel like this movie, like I do for Halloween Resurrection, like I have so much fun with this movie whenever we watch Scream 3. Like, it's goofy, it's over the top, it's wonky.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of fun with it. So I'm going to say Scream 3 at number 20 for me.
I mean, I get why they made it goofy. I understand.
Right. So.
Okay.
Yeah. How you with J-Dev? You want to start us off at number 19?
I can do that. That was pretty quick. I wasn't ready for that. All right. So, this movie, a lot of people tend to like it. If Patrick Burrow watches this stream, he might cancel me for it. And I just don't like it. Obviously, it's kind of in the middle of this ranking, though. But I'm going to go with Saw 6. I find like the later Saws aren't that interesting, except when Dr. Gordon shows up finally after 6 movies of not being there. I think the main character, the insurance guy, is, while his game is memorable, his name, I think it might be William, but I don't remember for sure. And I like the Hoffman. Hoffman becomes badass Hoffman in this. That's good. That's the one good point about this movie. And the twist, I think, is kind of lame with, well, I guess different people can have different thoughts on the twist, but I think the twist is kind of lame with, oh, the person that's making this decision is the family of the person that you deny the care and the provider for. So, I don't know. I think it's an overrated movie. A lot of people rank it really high, number 1, number 2. I'm not a big fan of Saw 6, but of course it's better than Saw 5.
Yeah, I will give you that.
Okay.
I haven't talked about Saw 6 yet, so
Yeah, it's probably in your
take
top
that
3.
for what you will. My number 19 is Army of Darkness. Like I said, it's not my least favorite Evil Dead movie. It's the most quotable for me. Growing up, this was probably my number 1. Just because, like, I've always been a fan of the horror and the comedy. And growing up, I was a huge fan of fantasy and science fiction, and this is the one that I probably watched the most just because it was on the most when I was a kid. But, yeah, I still love this movie to this day. Have you seen the alternate ending, J-Dev, where he goes too far into the future?
I'm pretty new to the Evil Dead franchise, so I have a lot of things to watch that I haven't seen yet. But I have watched all the movies.
There's an alternate ending where instead of coming back to our time, he reads the passage wrong again. And he goes into like a post-apocalyptic future, and he's like, no! Like,
I wonder if that's on my copy. I kind of want to watch that now.
It's hilarious, dude. Like, Klaatu, Barata, no! And he wakes up like 10,000 years in the future, and everything's all post-apocalyptic. He has a huge beard, and he's just crying outside.
Oh.
It's fantastic.
Interesting.
Man. And the 3 books, which just came back into play in Evil Dead Rise, which I think is great because there are different volumes of the Necronomicon.
I love that they're doing that now. Yeah.
And I haven't talked about Evil Dead Rise yet, or Evil Dead 2013,
Neither have we. Yeah.
or Evil Dead 2 for that matter.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness is number 19 for me.
All right, my number 19 is Saw 4. Like you talked about, the CGI blood is horrible. I hate CGI blood. And also, like, how many motives does John Kramer need? Like, he had cancer, he got into a car accident, his child, like, this man has been through it. Like, no wonder he is making these traps. Like, I don't know. He's had a lot of motivation to make them. And the battered housewife kill, I like that one. How she like, she kind of sets herself free from him. But I don't know. It's not obviously my least favorite. So yeah.
Right. All right. So J-Dub started us off with that one. You want to start us off with 18, babe? We will catch up on the chat here in a second. Again, guys, if you weren't here at the beginning, the reason that we have 28 movies between 3 people, so it is going to take a while for the stream.
We're moving pretty fast,
up
though.
on the chat.
Yeah, we are.
Please keep the chats coming. I promise you, we will continue to catch up. But we're just trying to
get
pace
through a
ourselves
few,
a little bit.
and then
Yes.
we'll come back to the chat.
Good idea.
So 18 is Scream 6. I was very skeptical about this movie because Nev wasn't in it, and I was like worried that I wasn't gonna like it, but I loved it. I really did. I enjoyed the movie. There was, this extension of these new characters, these new kids that are pretty much taking over, and I love them. Like, I love what do they call themselves?
Core 4.
The Core 4.
Yeah, the Core
Yes,
4.
I think that's awesome. I was happy to see Kirby come back. I really liked this movie when I went and seen it. So it's just because it landed at number 18 doesn't mean that I hate it at all, because I don't.
Right. Number 18 for me, but before we do,
Are you canceling me? I think J-Dub
Nope.
is typing cancel.
what do you call a fish?
I only canceled one person so far, Shaheem.
Oh.
What do you call a fish with no legs?
A legless fish.
I hate jokes.
A fish.
What?
A fish.
Oh my gosh.
Fish
because
don't have
fish
legs.
don't have legs.
Hey, just so you guys know, a shipment of Viagra has been stolen. Police are looking for hardened criminals.
You're ridiculous.
All right, I got a couple dad jokes in. My number 18 is Spiral from the Book of Saw. This is another movie that wasn't a huge fan of when we left the theater, but upon a rewatch, I just fucking love this movie. Like, I love this movie. I love Chris Rock. I think he's great. I always have been. Samuel L. Jackson's great. And some of the kills are just downright dirty in this movie. The tongue, the wax on the face.
Yeah.
I think that those are some of the best kills in the franchise. They look really good. They're scary. I really, really like Spiral after a rewatch. So that's one that I could watch that one over and over again. So
I'm surprised because when we left the theater,
I
you hated it. You hated it.
I did.
Yeah.
Did you start us off at 18, babe?
I did.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll just stick with myself and go to 17, which is Scream 6.
Wait. I didn't do my number 18 yet.
Oh. Go
Oh,
ahead.
well, I'm a fucking asshole. Do
Yeah,
your
that's
18.
okay. Well, you probably wanted to skip me because I'm actually going to talk about a Scream movie finally. Holy cow, they're not my top 6. Scream 3. There are elements of Scream 3 that I really like, I'm not going to lie. But the movie has lots of holes. Obviously, lots of different scripts made the movie a little out there. The red herring of Kincaid being the potential killer drove me nuts. But I think Roman Bridger is actually a decent killer because he has a motive that he's going after his sister because his mom didn't want anything to do with him. I mean, what would you do in that situation? So, did he act alone? Probably not, but they want us to believe that. The side characters, other than Roman and Parker, God, what is her name? Jennifer Jolie's character, they're all not good. Tyson running away, police, help! You're running away in a house yelling police. What was that line about?
Right.
I love Jenny McCarthy, but she was terrible in this as Sarah Darling. Do we want to be Matt Kessler? I don't even know. Yeah, Matt Kessler is his name. Not good. All those other characters are terrible other than Patrick Dempsey and Parker Posey. And I think it's one of the worst performances from Dewey and Gale. And Sydney's barely in the movie, so I can't say it's one of her good performances. And why the hell do you kill off Cotton Weary in the beginning? So those are my thoughts. I still like Scream 3, but it's only my number 18 out of all these movies.
Well, I mean, that's still, it's right around the halfway point.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we already know mine is Spiral. I said 17. I'm sorry. We're jump up to 17. Scream 6. The kills were good. This is one of the first Scream movies I can ever remember giving me true anxiety. The ladder scene, I thought that was very well done.
Yeah.
But to me, this is just a carbon copy of Scream 2. We end with the killer from the first one, their parents, in a movie theater, or in a theater. There's so much of this that reminded me of Scream 2. And again, you talked about Scream 5 was scared to take chances. I feel like this one was even more scared because nobody fucking died in this movie. I don't know. It's a movie that, obviously, like I said, it's about the halfway point. I just wish we could have gotten a better third act. I think the first two acts are just fucking, like I said, that ladder scene actually had me in the theater like, holy shit, like I was feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wish we could have had a better third act on this movie. So
Okay.
you want to give us yours, babe?
Yeah. Number 17 is OG Evil Dead. I mean, you can tell that it was low budget. It was pretty much Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell's family. Pretty much, you know, they made this budget for the cast. And the cast was like all their friends and everything. And you can definitely tell that they were young and this was, you know, their starting off point.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate for what they have done with it and what it has made. It's artistic. Like Sam Raimi has a very artistic eye. Like I love the bicycle shot where he goes through the cabin. Like that's one of my favorite shots. And I don't know. I know that Ash is kind of a punk and he doesn't help his friends. You know, we don't get that charismatic, like, I'm a
Give me some
hero.
sugar, baby.
Yeah, Ash. He's just kind of like blah.
Yeah.
So it does, you know, fall short, but yeah.
All right. J-Deb, you want to give us your 17?
I can. So, I like this movie a lot. Just ranking all these movies, where are you going to put some of these movies? So, my number 17 is going to be Curse of Chucky. It's a little boring to begin with, but I think it gets really good. And it's like more horror based. Like it's a horror movie and not a comedy, in my opinion, which is great. That's what we're watching it for, horror. Now, granted, there's some movies that are horror comedies that I love. We'll get to that around the top spot. But the only issue, other than it being, they should have done more with it. And why would you have Alex Vincent's scene at the end of the credits? Why don't you have that before the credits start? I don't know, because they credited him in them. I don't know, but minor miss. They should have had him in the movie, like after everything's over with, then show him, then do the credits. Just like, hey, Andy's coming back, just so you guys know for the next movie. But some people might not have caught that. So, yeah, Curse of Chucky, good movie. Just out of all these good movies, or all these movies, that's where it stands on my list at number 17.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say this was the hardest one to list because Jigsaw is the only one that I really don't like.
Yeah, it was hard to put them in order, for sure.
So we'll catch up on the chat real quick before we get to number 16. Saw 2, that's pretty low.
Oh.
Nathan had Saw 3 at 20.
Dang.
Yes, we did like Charles a lot. A couple friends of ours were a part of Charles. So yes, it was a very fun time. Cheyenne's canceled.
I haven't talked about Saw 2 yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
No,
Or
neither
Ashley.
have I.
Scream 6. Sorry, Scream fans, but I'm over at this point. Time to put it out to pasture. Am I canceled? According to
Yes.
J-Dub's face, yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
The Times original film has too many consistencies. It doesn't play to the story now. The show's been out. Talking about Child's Play, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Saw 3 was the last good one. I beg to differ, but we'll talk about that. What? Why is everybody having Saw 3 so low? I love Jeff.
Jeff is annoying as hell.
Slow ass.
But I haven't talked about it yet.
I'm going to say this. Compared to how I would be moving if somebody had killed my child, Jeff is sprinting.
This is true.
Compared to how I would be moving. I'm just going to throw that out there. To me, he is a well-paced motherfucking Jeff. The story was getting convoluted, but I still like the Saw franchise. Scream 4, I agree. I 100% agree with you, Saturn. It was towards the bottom of my list. I think that it's the worst in the franchise. Saw 2 is a masterpiece. Spiral. Thank you. And I got my dad joke in there. Hey, what did the fish say when it ran into the concrete wall?
Ow.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Evil Dead 81. Saw. The OG Saw.
Wow,
Okay.
Shaheem doesn't like Saw movies, apparently. It's okay.
Right. See, I agree with you. I
They must be
think
too
it's
much
fun.
for
Taking
him.
a deep breath in.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay.
Thank you, Sess. Appreciate you, love. Scream 5, I only cared about Dewey. Don't care for much else. I like Scream 3. I agree with you. I like Scream 3 a lot. Yes, that director's cut ending. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something because this is not fun. My stomach is fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody can not like Army of Darkness. Like, I have so much fun with that movie.
I don't hate it.
No. Having time. Sorry, guys. Hey, thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Late to the party. Scream is top 5 movies of all time. See to Chucky Bottom. Disgusting plot with the pregnancy. The rest pretty even for me. Not a huge Chucky or Evil Dead, and I hate the Saw franchise -2 and 3. Wow.
Okay.
I respect it.
Sean's awesome.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, guys.
Love all three. We love you too.
We love you too.
J Dev, are you pumped for the Dead City finale?
I'm staying up all night to do my review right when it's over with.
That's awesome, man. I can't wait. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
18 Cult of Chucky. Saw 2 again. Scream 6 was good, but what the hell was that ending? I agree. I just don't like the third act.
Yeah.
I think that, like I said, when you can have a movie that makes me feel anxious, you've done your job. And I've never had a Scream movie do that to me the way Scream 6 did. So I do hold it definitely up on a pedestal because that ladder scene had me feeling something, and it's hard to do that. So
Yeah.
I'm just really, really bummed by that ending.
Wait, what did I get canceled for? What'd I do? Was it for Evil Dead?
Probably.
Oh,
Or maybe Scream 6.
maybe.
Maybe.
Scream 6 is a good movie with some holes in it. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I haven't talked
for
about it
sure.
yet.
It's tied for second with Scream 2. Child's Play remake.
2?
Loved
Only
Aubrey
second?
Plaza. Yeah.
I love Aubrey Plaza too.
Yeah, she was great.
She's awesome.
What's the difference between a Greyhound station and a lobster with boobs? I don't know, Dice, but I'm dying to know. Bro, Chad was stabbed 40 times and survived. Dice, I need to know the answer to this. The Greyhound station and a lobster with boobs. I need to know this.
He was stabbed 40 times.
Yeah, stabbed 40 times. 18 seat of Chucky. Pretty high
That's
up there.
really
I like
high. Wow.
it. One is a crusty bus station. The other is a busty crustacean. I love it, Dice. I love it.
He's putting that somewhere in the.
It's going in the brain right now. Dewey was a badass in Scream 3, unlike Scream 5. I will say this, and people that know me know.
I felt like his acting in Scream
He's
5 was
terrible in
like
Scream 3.
was so good.
I loved him in Scream 5. Like the scene with him and Gail, like broke my heart. It
Yeah.
broke my fucking heart.
And just like he, I don't know, he was like Dewey.
Yeah.
Like in Scream 3, he was kind of like he got hit. Didn't he get hit by
The
the
butt
back
of the knife.
yeah, and it like knocked him out.
He fell on. Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
cartoon character in Scream 3, in my
He
opinion.
is.
And no, we're glad you're back, Calvin. I can't wait for you to come over tomorrow, buddy. First cancel from Ashton. I'm doing my job right. 17 Scream 3. Yes, if you guys want to be a member, hit that dollar button. We would very much appreciate to have you along for the ride.
Mm-hmm.
All right, J-Dev, you're uncanceled for starting with Scream 4 first. Side eyes, Ken. For not starting with Scream 4 first.
I thought about it, but I'm not ready to say Scream 4 is the worst one yet.
Aw, J-Dev, thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Jada.
I
No
appreciate
problem.
you.
You should be
like I
canceled
said-
for having a stream on your anniversary. Enjoy the night.
Did I or did you not say that you were completely okay with this?
Oh yeah, no, I was fine.
I asked Ash, I said, it's our anniversary. What would you think about streaming that night? And she was like, of course. You know, who better to spend the night with than you
Oh.
guys?
Yeah.
You guys
So
should
yeah,
spend the night with
18
each
years.
other.
She's been with me for 18 years. She ain't got no reason to want to spend any more time with me.
We
Yeah.
all appreciate you taking the time out of your anniversary to stream with us. That's
Oh no,
That's
we
awesome.
genuinely love you guys,
Yeah,
and the
for
fact that we get to
sure.
spend this time with you guys, like I said, 18 years is so special to me. We would love to spend that with you guys.
Absolutely.
16 Army of Darkness.
Feel free
Saw
to cancel
3.
me again. No.
The best thing that came out. Slow ass motherfucking Jeff. Love it. Like I said, to me, he is well paced, motherfucking Jeff.
Yeah.
I do like the cast in the Scream movies, but we got to kill one of them here soon. Evil Dead is the
We
American
do.
movie. It really did. It really did. Thanks, Seth.
Thank you.
Love you.
We love you.
Saw 4, the twist ending blew me away the first time I seen it. Curse of Chucky. I agree with you there. Child's Play remake would probably be higher regarded.
Yeah, I agree.
I could not agree with you more, Troy. That movie should have been called Buddy from the World of Child's Play.
The Buddy doll from the World of Child's Play.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Everybody saying hi to each other, which I love.
Yeah.
Which Saw has the best twist ending? The
Saw 2.
pre-recorded video one. Which one has the best twist?
Saw 2.
I gotta go with the first one.
Canceled.
I mean, I like the twist in Saw 2, but I still think that that first one, I think that will always be my favorite twist.
I feel like they try really hard in all of them to like get that twist, but I feel like
that was lightning in a bottle with the first one. I got them all, buddy. If you need one, let me know. You'll be over tomorrow night. Oh, dude, you'll love Spyro. His humor in it is so good.
Yeah.
Scream 6, plot armor is what pissed me off in the third act. Yes, they are. Tigers are up 3-2 right now, baby. Jake Rogers just singled. Not that I'm watching. I blame Joe Bob Briggs for that joke. In all fairness, that's one that generally comes. Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. If I said my favorite Scream, J. Devin T. Parker would double cancel me. Well, you got to say it now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Army of Darkness. Oh no, like I said, you guys mean the world to us.
Absolutely.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Calvin.
My favorite are all the Scream, Evil Dead, Rise, Child's Play remake is my favorite Child's Play. Saw 3, I like Saw 6 and Spyro.
Okay.
Again, a lot of those we haven't talked about.
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
See, I like the Child's. We'll talk about it in a little bit. I agree. Making Chucky AI was a nice change of pace, very refreshing. I want to talk about it so much. Saw and Saw 2 for best twist. There's so much I want to say right now, but I can't. Scream 2 is my least favorite. Runs away.
Runs away.
You're canceled.
That's not even a cancel. Like that's like J-Dev coming to hunt you down. J-Dev just turned into the dude from Taken. Like I will find you and I will cancel you in person. J-Dev, can you do a top 10 movie sequels better than the original? Since Nick did it. J-Dev, could you do that on your channel?
Top 10 sequels I mean, I can think of one right now off the top of my head, but I don't want to spoil my number one.
I wonder what that could be. Huh. Yeah, so subscribe to J-Dev's channel so you can stay up to date on when he releases that video. So,
Evil Dead 2 is one I can think of. Not Matrix 2, that's for sure.
I wonder if there's another part 2 that J-Dev thinks is better than the original.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll find out.
I want to play a game.
Find out soon.
I tend to like sequels more than the original, actually. Not in all cases, but in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Terminator 2, Terminator and Terminator 2 are like picking your favorite kid. Like, there's really no wrong answer there.
Right.
But,
yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I love the Terminator 1 and 2. And Terminator 3 is not bad. I don't think it's on par with 1 and 2. But it's not dog shit like a lot of people make it out to be.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give my number 16. My number 16 is Saw 2. Again, I like this movie.
You got the canceled look.
Frankie G, the one that plays Xavier in this movie, has actually become a very good friend of ours.
Yeah.
I talk to Frankie probably once a week.
When she gets thrown in that needle pit, it's so cringy.
Well, you guys have probably heard us talk about this before, but because Frankie has told me this story, she was pregnant when he threw her in that needle pit.
Yeah.
Shawnee Smith.
And she didn't tell him. And he's like, "Why the fuck wouldn't you tell me?" And she's like, "Because you would have taken it easy on me." He's like, "You goddamn right I would have." You look at Xavier, you look at Frankie G, and you see this big dude, and he's the sweetest fucking guy. Like he's a husband, he's a father, he's a sweetheart. I genuinely love the guy. Like I consider him a friend now, and I just when it comes to the movie, it's just I'm not a huge Donnie Wahlberg guy.
What?
No, I like him in this, and I like him in The Sixth Sense. That's about it.
I'm jealous
Well, no,
of
you know
Donnie
what?
Wahlberg.
He is
You
in
don't
Dead
like
Silence.
him in Dead Silence?
Yeah, he is. He's okay
shady.
in Dead Silence.
I love Donnie Wahlberg.
And your episode of
Right.
My First Horror Movie with Frankie G is awesome too, by the way.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you, buddy.
problem.
Here's something I don't know if a lot of people know about this, so I'm going to say it. We did a My First Horror Movie episode with Frankie G, and my son is a huge fan of Saw.
Yeah.
That's his favorite franchise.
I literally got him the reverse bear trap for Easter. Like that's what he like. I had it in his Easter basket.
And so my son's a huge fan of Saw, and I told Frankie G about that. And I told him, hey, my son's a huge fan of yours. His birthday coming up, and Frankie G actually sent us a video of him talking to my son for his birthday, and he was like, yo, if you're not a good boy, I'm gonna show up with that nail bat, and we're gonna have a conversation. He sent my son this video for his birthday because my son was such a huge Saw fan, and it meant the world to me. And like that's the character of Xavier, of Frankie G, and he just like that's above and beyond for a fan. He went above and beyond for a fan of the franchise, a fan of his movie with my son, and I just can't recommend anything that Frankie G does to anybody enough because he's a genuine sweet guy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so number 16 for me, Saw 2. What about you, my love?
My number 16 is Saw 5. I don't know. I don't hate this like any of these movies now that I'm talking about. So it's like hard for me to really like talk about like the bad stuff, but like I do like how Strom is in that box and he gives himself a tracheotomy.
That is cool.
So he can breathe. I like that. I do not like how Jill gets like the box and then you don't figure out what's in the box until
like 2 movies later.
Until like what the hell? What's in the box, Jill? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
7.
Yeah, 2 movies later.
So it's I don't know. I don't like surprises like that. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of bad things to say about it.
And that's fair. What about you, J-Dev?
I was going to mention the whole tracheotomy thing with 5. It's just there's only so much you can talk about without rambling. So
right.
I do know that. So this might get me canceled, although it's number 16, so it's not like it's super low. Right. But I'm going to go with Child's Play from 1988. I feel like the movie, a lot of it isn't really good acting, mostly on the part of Alex Vincent. I get it. He's a kid, so he can get a pass, but it's kind of boring. But the movie does deliver a lot of good tension, and you're waiting for that moment where Chucky's going to reveal himself, and he does by the fireplace. I think that's good. But I don't know. I thought about ranking this actually lower than Curse. I'm like, I'll put the original now, but it's very possible they could flip-flop. So other sequels are better than the original Child's Play, let's face it, and that's why Child's Play from 1988 is my number 16, and people are apologizing every time they put a Scream movie in the chat to get them to cancel them. If you're putting Scream 4 in the teens, I'm not going to cancel you, but if you put Scream 2 in 20 and all that, then you'll get canceled. So anyway, that's my opinions on Child's Play and me canceling people.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't know where he went, but I'll do it my 15. My 15 is Evil Dead Rise. Again, I don't have a lot of negative to say about Evil Dead Rise. I loved Alyssa Sutherland as Ellie. I thought her performance was so good, and she's just like, even as like the Deadite or whatever she is in it, I guess she would be considered a Deadite. I thought she like looked amazing. And like I was just drawn to her. I think Alyssa Sutherland's awesome. It was so gory, and you know how I love the gore. So I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot bad to say about this movie. Evil Dead Rise, like it made me claustrophobic. Them being up into the high rise and that I can't get this. And them being trapped up there, like that made me feel like, I don't know, claustrophobic. And then she's like killing all these people, and even at the end where you know that the thing or whatever comes out, I thought that was pretty cool too. So yeah.
All right, J-Deb, you want to give us your number 15?
I can do that. So you missed, I don't know if you missed the whole thing, but Child's Play from 1988 is my number 16.
Okay.
And my number 15 is going to be, surprise, surprise, Scream 4. There's a lot of things that really annoy me about Scream 4 now. When I first saw Scream 4, I freaking loved it. Not as much as some Scream movies, but I really loved it. But I mean, if you take Kirby out of Scream 4, the movie becomes down towards the bottom of this ranking. I think the twist or the killer reveal is so predictable. I swear I knew Jill was the killer, like right when she gets hurt, when Olivia was killed. And I don't think it's a great performance from David Arquette and Courtney Cox again. Nev Campbell's okay, but even her, she kind of half-asses it in this one, I think. Yeah. Just Kirby, in my opinion, is the biggest thing about Scream 4, and Anthony Anderson saying, fuck Bruce Willis. So, unfortunately, Scream 4 is only number 15 for me.
See, I think that's the best part of the movie is him and Adam Brody being cops. Like I thought that was the best.
But they get killed off. Like they're
they're not there. The best part of the movie for me lasts 18 seconds. Number 15 for me is Scream 5. 5 Cream.
Okay.
I liked that it was a return to form, so to speak.
Yeah. In
comparison to what we just got with Scream 4. The 4 West part made me super emotional. I thought that was really well done. You know, the party that was 4 West. I love the psycho shower scene. I thought that was great. Killing the cop out in the front yard was just fucking brutal. The scene with Courtney and David. I felt like I've said this before, I felt like that was not Dewey and Gale having that conversation when he's like, you know, I should have stayed, I should have tried harder. I felt like that was David and Courtney talking in that moment about their, you know, I felt there was a lot of real emotion in that scene. So, I definitely, like I said, it's lower, but it's not at the bottom. So for me, Scream 5, 5 Cream. J-Dev, you want to start off with number 14?
I have to go back to Scream 4 for a second here.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jill is obviously predictable. Her beating the crap out of herself was pretty fucking awesome, but the movie should have ended with her laying next to Sydney to like what's going to happen next, but it kept going on. But anyway, to my number, where are we at? Number 14. This is a movie that, this is the first time I've actually liked it more than, do I have to really finish watching this? And that would be Bride of Chucky. I don't like Tiffany being implemented in it because I think it becomes more of a comedy with her, but it's good. John Ritter's in it, which I love. John Ritter, rest in peace. God, he's been gone for too long. And the human characters, they really have no purpose in the movie other than make you think that Chucky and Tiffany are gonna take over their body. But I don't know. And then they have a kid at the end. It's weird. It's wacky, but I finally appreciate it more than I used to. So Bride of Chucky, I'm not going to talk too much about it. It's my number 14.
In staying with the Child's Play franchise, talking about return to forms, Curse of Chucky. Brutal. You got your mother's eyes. They're too fucking close together. Like, that was great. The thing that holds this movie back for me personally, I don't like how they're retconning the backstory of Charles Lee Ray, how he had her mother kidnapped, and she's the one that called the cops on him, and that's why he was running from the cops that night. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, none of that made any sense to me. And as someone who's big in the Child's Play franchise, my favorite franchise of all time, I don't like going back and retconning something from the beginning if you don't have to, and especially if it doesn't make any fucking sense at all. That's the one thing for me in that movie that held it back for me. Yeah. I thought the gothic scenery was great. I thought the cheating storyline was actually well done. The electrocution kill was great. I liked this movie a lot. And when we first watched it, I was blown away. Like, wow, this is actually scary again. Number 14 for me, Curse of Chucky.
Okay, my number 14 is a Child's Play remake. Does Chucky look bad? Yes. Other than that, I like a lot of what they did. I like how they took the bones from, Child's Play, the original, and made it their own. They didn't make it that he was cursed or that he was possessed by Charles Lee Ray, because they already did that. So they're trying to do something new. And I do think that that's good that they, you know, kind of took the bones. And I like how he is protective over Andy, and he, you know, kills all these people that he thinks are hurting him. Like he kills the cat. It does get a lot of hate. You know, that's not my Chucky, because it's not Brad Dourif. But they knew that they were never going to be able to top him, I don't think. So they had to kind of like make it their own. And I love Andy and Mom's relationship. I love Chucky and Andy's relationship, and how he, you know, he learns to be evil by like watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and like I like all that. So I was excited to go watch this movie. I went and seen it by myself because Ken like refused to go watch it with me. And so I took my son, and I came back and I was like, just give it a chance. And so we went and seen it like later on. And he actually liked it too. So yeah.
I was on the Don Mancini train. Like, nope, Don Mancini's boycotting it. I'm not going to watch it.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
they kind of did him dirty, which I think is bad. But
you know how they could have fixed that?
If they would have just called him, you know, if they wouldn't have said that he was Chucky, he was, yes. I agree. And I think that it would have been perceived better too.
So what number was this?
14.
14?
Yeah. There's a bug in here.
All right. So we're up to 13. After 13, we will catch up on the chat, I promise. My number 13 actually is Saw 6. I love this movie. This is my third favorite Saw movie, actually. I believe. I think I only have 2 more Saw movies above it. Yeah, this is my third favorite Saw movie. This is one of those ones where I actually cared about the characters again. I love the twist that it's not his family. Like, you think the whole time it's his family, you know, Roderick, and you think that's who they're going after, but it's not. Like, I love that twist to it.
Yeah.
I love how realistic it is, how insurance companies don't give a shit about you. They only give a shit about money. And so, yeah, I'm a big fan of Saw 6. I think the kills are great.
It did come out when the whole, you know, insurance issue was happening.
So, like I said, I do like everything that, you know, what am I looking for? Like the current events themes they were talking about. I thought that was great. And sorry, guys, I'm just not on my game tonight. I'm so sorry.
You're doing fine, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that it's one of the ones that actually took me by surprise with how much I liked it. When you get to, you know, now that I think about it, there's a lot of 6s I really like. Scream 6 is great. Friday 6 is great.
You're like a 3 and a 6 guy.
A 3 and a 6 guy. Yeah. I really am.
Do you like Nightmare 6? Isn't that Freddy's Dead?
I have a soft spot for that movie. Is the movie good? No. But that was the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie I seen in the theater. My uncle took me to see it in 3D.
I know.
And so, like, yeah, soft spot for it.
Jacob's like,
I haven't watched the first 6 Nightmare movies since they came out. I've seen Freddy vs. Jason, New Nightmare. Yeah, I need to watch that franchise over so I can do a ranking, which I have yet to do.
Yeah.
Please do, because I would love to watch that. So, yeah, I'm going to give it to Saw 6. I really do like that movie a lot. What about you, my love?
We're on 13 now?
Yes, ma'am.
My number 13 is The Cult of Chucky. Again, yeah, I don't know. I guess I liked it better than Curse. I think Mika is better in this one. Like, I love how, like, Chucky takes over her body and she smashes that doctor's head with her red shoes that he put on her. Like, I love that part. And I am a big fan of Tiffany, and I like how she's back in this movie. So, it's definitely more horror. Mancini was on his game again. He put it back in there. I don't know.
So you like Cult more than Curse?
I do.
Okay. Weird thing to find out on our anniversary, but whatever. What about you, J-Dev? What's your number 13?
I want to catch up on the chat for a second here. I just want to address a question in the chat because I think it's an interesting question that has nothing to do with what we were talking about. So Bronson Wright Wolf put, what is your favorite Brendan Fraser movie? I'm just going to answer it because I want to talk about it. Blast from the Past is probably mine as well. And then my favorite Will Smith movie is Independence Day. So I just thought I'd answer that question because it's movies that I like.
Is great.
I love Blast from the Past. I love Blast from the Past. So
Lisa
anyway,
Silverstone, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Christopher Walken, Sissy
Yeah.
Spacek,
Wait.
Brendan Fraser.
Yes. Where they go in the bomb shelter.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah,
I
such a
still
great
love
movie.
that movie too.
When he
But-
sees the mail lady, my lucky stars are colored. She's just like, what the fuck? It's just, I don't know. It's one of those movies that I just thought was it was fun. It's a very, very funny movie. Christopher Walken is fantastic in it.
David
Fraser-
Foley too.
Yeah. What's my favorite Brendan Fraser movie?
Um,
The Mummy's
mine-
got to be up there.
Mine is George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle.
I
Fantastic.
love George of the Jungle.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the Mummy. I think I'm gonna go with the Mummy. Airheads is up there.
Yeah.
Airheads is fucking fantastic. Him, Sandler, like that. That's a great movie. But
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna lock it in with the Mummy and Will Smith. My favorite Smith flick.
I like a lot of them too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mine is probably Men in Black, to be honest.
I'll come back to you on that one when we get to it in
I
the
like
chat.
Men in
but,
Black.
JW, you want to give your 13? And I'll try to think of my
Yeah,
favorite
sorry,
Smith flick.
I got us off track. Pursuit of Happiness
Right,
is really close to Independence Day too. But my number 13, this is going to make Ken cancel me, is Saw 3. There's a lot of things that Saw 3 did right, and there's a lot of things that Saw 3 did wrong. I'm really upset that they killed off Allison Carey in the movie. Dina
Yeah.
Meyer, I think she should have been somebody that was the focal point of a movie and not just a side character that you barely see. Shows up a couple minutes here and there. Jeff, I know you like Jeff. I can't stand Jeff. I think he's the most irritating character, main character. Him and Bobby Dagan are like tied, but he's just, I don't know. I get why he's the way he is, but I don't think he really learned anything in his traps. I don't know. I don't know. I like the fact that they finally address. I didn't know if they were going to do it or not, but they addressed what happened to, well, kind of, Eric Matthews. Like, he was alive, and you don't see what happens to him in Saw 3, so they did bring him back, and that was something that nobody knew he was going to be in it. Like, that was like a last-minute thing they filmed to add it to the movie, like a couple weeks before it got released, apparently. So that was cool. Killing John Kramer this early and then having all these other movies, I don't
With
think
him
that
in
was
it.
the plan, despite what they say.
No.
Ridiculous, in my opinion. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything that I want to talk about with Saw 3.
That's
I like
actually
the main
your
doctor.
favorite.
I like them. No, and I'll talk about my favorite. That's one of my top movies in this list. But the main doctor, Lynn Dentlin, I thought she was cool in the twist of her and Jeff with the kids. That was pretty predictable in
Yeah.
my opinion, but it is what it is. Saw 3, still a good movie to a degree. It's only my number 13.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, but it's still, you're more than halfway up the list now.
Right.
Yeah.
I like this. Ashton, what's your ad? I just want to talk. Mentioning canceling in person, I just picture someone with a huge stamp that says canceled, smacking him on the face with it. That's awesome. The new Chucky look was trash. That's why I see the Chucky's down in the 20s for me, because the old Chucky was so hard to look at.
Yeah, I mean, his look isn't great. I agree with that.
That's a controversial take. I
Yeah.
agree, but it's a controversial take. I prefer Alien to Aliens. I will agree with you. Child's Play remake at 16. I wish we would get part 3.
Oh,
So bad.
Me too.
T2 I like better than Terminator. I like Aliens better than Alien. Okay. Ken's canceled. Yes, the collection is good. I wanted to get the collected so bad.
Yes.
Child's Play remake is my favorite in the franchise. I like that.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah, thanks, Sean.
James Cameron knows how to make a great sequel.
Yeah, he does.
16 Scream 4. Sorry, J-Dev, but
I just canceled him in the chat.
He's like, I took care of that.
Not for
Yeah,
Scream
don't worry,
4.
I got it.
He mentions a different Scream movie. That's why he
Right.
got canceled.
Oh, okay.
I like this. But what I do is have a particular set of skills. It's awesome. Yeah, thank you, Sean, for all your support to the channel. It really means so much.
Yes, it really does.
And no, man, we appreciate it. You don't ever have to do anything like that. That's why we never talk about super chats. We never talk about things like that. We appreciate them.
Yes.
We don't feel like you guys have to do them. We don't ask you for them. Anything you do helps us, and we appreciate it. So thank you.
Yes.
And the Tigers just won. Frankie
Well, at
should.
least
Nice.
something's going good for you today.
I know. I'm with my wife. This is amazing. My wife and my best friends. I'm happy. That would be sick. Ash is canceled for having Saw 5 way too high. Everyone push that thumbs up. Number 15, Evil Dead 2013. It is a very fantastic. Nobody's talked about it yet.
Not yet.
Crazy placement. Evil Dead 81. Alex Vince, I like the guy, but he was a better kid actor than an adult actor, in my opinion. Justin Williams from Child's Play 3 played a great adult. Andy Barkley, I do like his performance as well.
I agree.
Yeah, he did good.
Yeah.
But he was older too.
What Scream sequel? Yeah, it's Scream 3, where she has that hair. The issue
Gail.
with Saw is they had a good story. John wanted to get people after 3, they make it. I agree with you.
Yeah.
What? That's awesome. 15, Curse of Chucky. Evil Dead Rise is my least favorite. Okay, respect.
Really?
Wow.
I really enjoyed that movie, even
Real-
though it was kind of.
I haven't talked about it yet.
You haven't.
Real recognize real dice. Real recognize real.
Nice.
Oh man. I love Kirby and Jill. That's about it. Jill is probably the most evil Ghostface.
She does go pretty crazy.
Scream 4 is reveal predictable. Scream 6 would like to have a word with you, J-Dev.
We'll talk about that when I get to Scream 6, which I haven't mentioned yet.
I'm wearing a Squirtle shirt because my son got it for me because we have a pet turtle named Squirtle.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm more of a Bulbasaur of the first original starting 3. I'm more of a Bulbasaur guy myself.
Pikachu? That's all.
I agree. I think Scream 5 were the ones that was most predictable for me. Evil Dead 2, fun as hell. That's a really, really low placement, Shaim.
Yeah, that's worth the cancel there.
It really is.
Dice is more of a Bulbasaur person, too.
I don't know
Bulbasaur
what
was
we're
always my
talking
favorite of the original starting 3.
I don't know.
Starting Pokemon, I'm sorry. Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, Saw 2.
The bee guy. I don't know. I know nothing about Pokemon. The bee guy.
Beedrill.
Oh, Beedrill.
Scream 4 is just... See, a lot of people love Scream 4. I feel bad that I'm not a huge fan of it.
It's okay,
Yes.
but it's problems.
should
It's
That
feel
drives me
bad.
fucking nuts, T. Parker. Like, that drives me fucking nuts. The original Evil Dead at 14. Nobody could... Yeah, I like Mark Hamill's performance as well. But again, I think they're two completely different people. He didn't try to... Exactly.
Yeah.
Mark was great because they didn't try to replicate Brad.
That's exactly what I said.
Yes. Scream 4 at 13. Thank you, Tatum. I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Tatum.
There it is. For my favorite Will Smith movie, I'm actually going to go with iRobot.
iRobot's a good one.
Oh.
I like iRobot a lot. Get the girl. Like I love that movie.
Yeah.
Love iRobot.
It's good.
Yeah, because it was a good book too.
Mm-hmm.
Child's Play remake is one of the better remakes in my opinion.
I agree with that.
I put it up there with another movie we'll be talking about soon.
Another remake.
Evil Dead Rise. 13, Scream 2.
we need can you send us a picture of that
We
face
need videos of you. It's like
so
I'll
we
just-
can do that?
Whenever we have a cancel rather than this, I'll just have the J-Dev face on
Yeah,
there.
that face, but we need to put the canceled on like his forehead or something.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
It's hurting my neck when I do that, actually.
Oh, it's great. Child's Play remake is slept on. I 100%. Halloween 6 is the only 6 Ken hates. Oh, actually. We need to watch the producer's cut. We do, and I've made that very vocal. We need to watch that. Because every time I think of Halloween 6, the only thing that comes into my mind... Yeah. So I need to watch the producer's cut, though. I really, really do. I would definitely be down to watch that too, J-Dev. If you decide to do it, please, I would love to know.
The problem is I don't like the Nightmare movies, and they are boring to me, at least at the moment. Maybe a rewatch, I'll get into them. So it's like it takes me 3 days to get through a movie because I keep dozing off. So we'll see what we can do with that.
Oh man.
Lots of caffeine.
Hopefully my opinion changes. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah. Yes, I have. Your Highness, I have seen that. Wasn't a huge fan of Your Highness. I'll have to watch it again though, because I remember it's really funny. But I don't. It's the one that has James Franco. You've seen it.
How do you know I've seen
The
it?
Black Knight's funny. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it was pretty good.
I like the Black Knight. Yeah, and that's what it's
Yeah.
kind of like a time travel one, right? Like he was working at a store, and then Is that what I'm thinking of with Martin Lawrence?
I'm thinking of something else than where he like knows where jewelry is hidden at. Is it a different Martin Lawrence? Blue Streak. I'm thinking of Blue Streak. Sorry.
Yeah.
Completely different movies. That's why I for some reason was thinking of Blue Streak one though.
I know what the Black Knight is. Yeah, I watched this in Miami.
Yeah, it's like a time travel movie.
Yeah, yep, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love the Black Knight. I actually forgot about that movie until just now. So thank you, Bronson. 'Cause I do love that movie. Yes, it was Brad Dourif in there. Stay away from my elevator. There's a Blast from the Past reference.
Yep.
When they're all outside, stay away from my elevator.
Yeah.
They're all worshiping it. Oh. Your Highness was freaking hilarious. It catered to my D. I know that you're a huge D&D guy, Calvin. The Mummy is a classic. Monkey Bone. What's Monkey Bone?
Brendan Fraser movie.
Monkey Bone. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I've seen that.
I haven't seen it. I just know the name of
Let
it.
me look.
I hear Bedazzled was a very underrated Brendan Fraser movie. I don't know if
I
I've
love
never
Bedazzled.
seen it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's where with the devil.
Yeah, with the devil.
Yes,
Elizabeth
I love
Hurley.
that movie too. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Who doesn't
I've
age
never
apparently.
seen Monkey
I've never seen it either. And then there's also
Bone. It looks kind of cool though.
he was good in the Looney Tunes movie too.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the Looney Tunes movie that Brendan Fraser was in?
Yep. Back in Action, I think.
Back in Action.
Yeah.
I watched that with Logan, with our little brother. My favorite Brendan Fraser movie, Encino Man, Mummy.
Okay.
Yeah, great flicks. Airheads, yes, love it. Oh, that's a good one. Airheads versus Detroit Rock City. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a Kiss fan. I've never been a Kiss fan. But I love the movie Detroit Rock City. Like, I fucking love that movie so fun. Shit. When the mom's up there. Lynn Shay, actually, is the mom in Detroit Rock City. Yeah, I love that movie. When they get the tickets to the Kiss concert and the dude hangs up before he can get the... Yeah, great flick. That's a good... I'd have to really think on that one. I might actually lean towards Detroit Rock City if I'm going against those two movies. Have you seen Detroit Rock City, J-Dub?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta. It's so funny. Again, I'm not a fan of Kiss the band, but the movie is fantastic. Fantastic film.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have heard of it.
It's funny. It's one of those movies. Lynn Shay's in it. It's got a huge cast.
Yeah.
The kids
Who's that?
are like-
No, I'm just kidding. Lynn Schaefer, The Conjuring. Or not Conjuring, I'm sorry. Insidious.
Yeah. And Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
J-Dub.
It's been a while since I've watched them all, so I can't remember.
She's just got a small role.
She's in a lot of things. Though.
Yeah.
I've seen Freddy vs. Jason 1,000 times. I love that movie, even though Jason kind of loses. Well, it's more of a draw, but that one I love.
Jason wins 100%.
Who knows?
Just a fucking head.
Who knows?
Oh, stop it.
I want Jason to win because I'm not, at the
I think he
moment,
would.
the hugest Freddy fan, but maybe
He
that'll
doesn't.
change.
He doesn't win, though.
Tigers, duh, baby. Aliens all the way. Let's go, Tigers. Very happy right now. Anytime we can beat the Royals, I'm happy. I like the CP remake a lot, but CP2 is my favorite in the franchise. Very fair. Not a Tigers fan, but I ride hard for the Wolverines. Half credit. You get no credit for that.
You don't even like the Wolverine.
No, I'm just joking, buddy. Marsh.
Evil Dead 2 is your least favorite?
Loving the Tigers.
That's a
loving
cancel.
I know.
If I didn't love you so much, Chris.
Chris
if-
Marshall.
It's funny, we're all talking about the Tigers. Me, Chris, and Ashley and our families, we took a trip out to Chicago to watch the Tigers and the Cubs play. That was
Cubs
still one
go.
of my favorite Tiger games I've ever been to.
That was we drove there and back in one day.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was a fun night, Chris. We got to do it again sometime,
Yeah,
brother.
that was really fun.
I didn't grow up with Pokemon.
Obsessed with Pokemon Go.
We went to Pennsylvania, and I was like, ooh, new Pokestops. Now you get extra XP for every new Pokestop.
Okay.
So crack a
Cool.
lucky egg, hitting those Pokestops, I was happy as hell.
I don't think it is.
Scream 4 is my least favorite. I agree, buddy. I agree with you that that's my least favorite. Suicide Squad. Oh, now I get to cancel you. Fair is fair.
I'm not one yet. We might change that, though. We'll see.
Yeah.
Try to watch them all within a month here.
I still, I mean, I have to watch it again, but I like
haven't
Bedazzled.
seen it since
Yeah.
I was a kid.
I'd love to check it out again. Michael J. Fox and Stuart Little. I've been at so kind. What's your favorite? Frighteners. I gotta go with
Good movie.
Frighteners on this one.
Good.
Obviously, everybody
movie.
knows it. I love how you put other than Back to the Future because everybody knows that's my all-time favorite movie. Yeah, I like that more. That's my favorite movie ever. Is the first Back to the Future. So I love how you had to put that disclaimer in there. But The Frighteners, I just recently, maybe it's because like the newness of it. Dice actually introduced me to The Frighteners recently, within the last year or two, and I just fell in love with that movie. I like was actually upset with myself that I slept on that movie for so long because it's so good. So if you guys haven't seen The Frighteners, it's a very, very well done horror comedy.
Yeah.
What would you say your
I don't. What else is he in? I'm trying to.
Cody
Yeah,
would say the same
World.
thing to you about Frighteners. He loves it.
Oh yeah. Dice turned me on to it actually. Like they were telling me about how great it was, and I fell in love with it. I went and bought it. Dice recommended it. I went and bought it like that night. I was like, I respect you. I respect your opinion, so I'm gonna grab it. What about you, J Dev? What's your favorite Michael J?
Besides Back to the Future, probably Teen Wolf. Actually, I haven't seen too many of his movies. Just off the top of my head, I can only think of a few. I haven't seen Frighteners since it came out, so I don't really remember much about it. I remember little bits here and there, but just without thinking about it long, I would say Teen Wolf from 19 whatever year it came out, 84 or something like that. I don't know if anybody else would agree with that, but that's the one I can think about.
Homeward Bound.
I knew you were going to say
Homeward Bound. Even though he's
I love him as Chance in that.
Yes.
I love that movie. I own that
I
on
love
VHS still.
I love Homeward Bound.
I grew up with The Mummy, and The Mummy 2 explains why I'm bi, doesn't it? I mean, when you got Brendan Fraser and what's her name, that's way too much sexiness on the screen. Yeah. That's awesome, Justin. That's sweet. I didn't know that. And again, not a huge fan, but I do love that. Jason wins, I agree.
Jason doesn't win.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't.
Yes, we watched Body Bags, and we loved it. Another movie that I'm really bummed that we slept on for so long. It is a very good anthology, so we got to watch it on our trip to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I was in and out because I was driving, but I was listening, and we did have a very good time with it.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys.
I know. I love when we get to do new things.
Yes. Oh, okay. Here comes my cancel. Not a Will Ferrell
He
fan.
doesn't like Will Ferrell. Mine, Will Ferrell would probably be Anchorman.
If I had to choose, it'd probably be Anchorman or
Step Brothers.
no. God.
You
no.
like Step Brothers?
That was
don't you?
okay.
Oh.
The Goods, Live Hard, Sell Hard. He has a little role in that, and he's funny.
I think Anchorman is hilarious.
Anchorman is probably his funniest movie where he's a lead actor in the movie. I hate Will Ferrell as a lead actor. If he has a small role in a movie, I think he's great. But too much Will Ferrell makes me fucking crazy.
He literally stopped watching The Office when Will Ferrell came.
He annoys the shit out of me. Like I said, if he has a tiny role in a movie, yeah, he replaced Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
If Will Ferrell has a small role, I'm in. I think that when he has like I said in the movie The Goods, Live Hard, Sell Hard, that was hilarious. Like his small role in that film, like
where
had
he's
me
falling.
when he's able. I wish I could say I didn't see it on like this, like that.
There's like a dildo,
The dildo.
by his face.
that to me is probably my favorite Ferrell performance. But again, I'm not the best person to ask that. Anchorman would probably be it.
I love Anchorman. I think it's hilarious.
If you were a man, I'd punch you. I'd punch you right in the mouth. Like, that would probably be it.
Yeah.
So, what about you, J. W? You a Ferrell guy?
I am not a Will Ferrell fan. I've gotten to like him a little bit more over the years now. Jonah Hill is my least favorite person, although Wolf of Wall Street, Jonah Hill was awesome. And I would say my favorite Will Ferrell role, small role, I like him in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back because he's so stupid he's funny. Federal Wildlife Special here.
Yeah, the wildlife guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like plays the same person though in every role he does.
Very true. Everything Must Go. If you haven't seen that movie with Will Ferrell, pretty good movie. That's where his wife kicks him out, and he sells all of his stuff on his front lawn. That's the only one I could think of that was pretty good. Or actually, what the hell's the name of the movie? I'm thinking of two different movies here. The other guys. Wait, is that the one? What's the one with Mark Wahlberg?
The other guys.
Oh, they're both both. There's two movies he's in with Mark Wahlberg, I think. I don't know.
Um,
Because John Cena's in it as well. So is Michael Douglas. He's in the sequel.
Were there cops or whatever?
I don't remember what it is, but
see, I thought you were going to say Stranger Than Fiction, that other serious one.
Never seen it.
I did not. Did not like it at all. Freddy got distracted by meddling teens, so Jason got the advantage. Yes, please, let's do it. The hard way. I love that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Elf, we're getting some Elf love.
Oh, I liked Elf too, actually.
Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2 is what I was trying to do.
Okay. Yep. Doc Hollywood
we
agreed.
seen both of
when we're
those.
done. I didn't see Daddy's Home 2. I still haven't seen that movie.
Daddy's Home?
Not part 2. I seen the first one with John Cena.
Oh, I thought we seen this.
No, I had Mel Gibson in the second one, so I had
Oh.
no desire to see it.
Everybody's chatting that. I didn't notice it. I just looked it up myself.
Secret to My Success, Class of '84. Oh man. As a child, I thought I would be Evelyn. As a teen, I thought I would be Rick. Now I realize I'm Jonathan, and I can live with that.
Dice is
Love
awesome.
the Mummy references.
Yeah.
Oh man. I know. I'm sorry. Like I want to. Like what Talladega Nights. I can't ever finish that movie. Like I don't know. Like, and I love John C. Reilly.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Yeah, I love John C. Reilly. I think he is fantastic. The Goods, or not The Goods, Walk Hard. That's fucking hilarious. The wrong kid died. I didn't realize how hard it was to cut yourself in half with a machete. It's so funny. I haven't seen it yet, but I know I'll love it.
Oh, he's in Barbie. Yeah.
He is.
Oh, well.
I never
We'll find out
me
tomorrow
neither.
how that is.
See, I love
Yeah.
how it's like, every time I see the commercial for Barbie where it's like, we don't care about Ken. Ever. I'm like, that's true. Sounds like my whole life.
Story of your life, right?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, Daddy's Home. Everybody's talking about Daddy's Home. Daddy's Home is freaking hilarious. Kicking and Screaming. Elf is a Christmas classic.
I like Elf. Nobody else watches it with me, though.
Because it's dumb.
I don't think so.
Hey, better late than never, buddy. All right, so now we are actually up to number 12. I'll start us off with that. Evil Dead Rise. Maybe the newness. Maybe if I watch it a couple times, it might go a little bit farther down. But I thought it was great. I loved that it stood on its own. I loved that it had some references to the old one, like the eyeball.
Yeah.
I thought was great. Like I said, the 3 books. I thought that, the shunting part of it, I thought that was a cool concept. And I know people were like, well, that's not like the other movies. It's not supposed to be like the other movies because these are different books.
Right.
They can do different things.
Right.
So, and I'm excited that Bruce Campbell came out and said we want to do a new Evil Dead movie in different universes every, couple of years, not every 10 years. I would love to see that. Different, an Evil Dead in the snow would be fucking fantastic.
Everybody wants in the snow because the blood is bloodier and it's
yes,
redder.
I want to see Evil Dead in the snow.
Yeah.
So, that's I did like it.
And
so,
Alyssa Sutherland, she's amazing.
yeah. Oh my God, beautiful.
She is.
She's
Even
so
as a
gorgeous.
Deadite,
Yes.
she was beautiful.
Yes, hypnotizingly pretty.
I've
only seen a couple girls prettier than her, and one of them's next to me.
Oh, you're
So-
so sweet.
Yeah, I just here's a funny story. We were on vacation, and Ashley walked away, and she came back, and I was like, "Babe, I just saw the most beautiful girl in the whole park." I took a picture of her. Look, and it was on the camera, so it was her. She was like, "You're so stupid." I was like, I also told a good dad joke.
Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh, he was, and he laughed about it for entirely too long, and I was like,
I wasn't even laughing at the joke anymore. I was just laughing at all my kids and Ashley's reaction.
I was just like, can we leave him here?
All right, you want to give your number 12, Dave?
Yeah, my number 12 is Scream 4.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was. The fake outs in the beginning, I didn't hate that. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. Like,
It's
you
funny.
know, you think that you're getting these characters that they're going to be the ones, and then they're not. Kirby, she's one of my favorite additions. And the kill where he's like next door and they're watching
Olivia.
their friend,
Mhm.
get like her intestines and everything. I freaking love that kill. I
Never
think it's
said I was in your closet.
yeah, I never seen it.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was great.
And
That was great.
yeah. And like you said, Adam Brody, and Office. What's the Adam Brody was Officer Haas, and then what was the other guy?
Perkins.
Perkins. Yeah,
For
and how
Psycho.
he's like, like walking around with the knife in his skull.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like Kirby in this. I do. Some of like the kill, like Jill is much more. I don't know. She's better than Charlie. That's the other one. Charlie,
fucking
like
Charlie.
his reasonings
Charlie's terrible.
yeah, like he's such like a pansy. Like, oh, I'm killing you because you didn't notice me in class or whatever.
I would have killed
Stupid.
everybody.
This is called making a move. Well, that was
Yeah.
the Kirby scene, but thank God he's not the one that killed Kirby.
Right.
Like seriously.
I don't think he would have had the balls to kill Kirby, to be honest. So
Yeah, I just
Tried
I don't
to.
know. If it was for
He
people
tried.
not noticing me in high school, everybody would be dead.
whatever. Everybody
boy.
noticed you. You stood out. You did.
Okay.
You were the weirdo.
I was the weirdo. I was definitely the Charlie in my high school. Yeah, so J-Dev, you want to give your number 11?
I have
Wait,
to give my
12?
number 12. Yeah.
12.
So, Ken,
12, yeah.
what Ken just said, put it for my number 12. My number 12 is Evil Dead Rise. I thought it was really good. Number 12 out of this hard ranking to do with two franchises that I really love in Scream and Saw. And then Evil Dead and Child's Play, I don't know, or Chucky, Child's Play, whatever you want to call it. I don't know which one I like more. I thought it was really good. The tension was really good. I like that the atmosphere, it's obviously not Army of Darkness, but it's in a different place instead of a cabin in the woods. I think Ellie's character is awesome as the Deadite, and it's really creepy, her going after her family. Beth is my problem with the movie. She survives with the little girl, which I don't remember her name, and she doesn't get any limbs missing. She should have a chainsaw hand, in my opinion. But that's just me wanting to be like Evil Dead 2013, which I haven't talked about yet, and Evil Dead 2, which I haven't talked about yet. So, Evil Dead Rise, my number 12.
Okay.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
You want to start us off with number 11, baby?
Yeah. My number 11. So this is really hard, actually. Like the next,
11 through...
yeah, they
11 through 3.
were very, very hard for me to put
Yes.
in order. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you this. I'll say 11 through 4 because 1, 2, and 3 have been set in stone for a very long time.
Yeah.
11 through 4 were very hard for me to numerically do.
Yeah. And I almost want to switch this one, but I'm not going to. All right, so my number 11 is Evil Dead 2013. I really I get the J-Dev look. I love this movie. There's not a lot that I can say that's bad about this movie. It's gory. It's very much so terrifying. Jane Levy as Mia, I think, did an amazing job. Like when she, her eyes are wide and she's like, someone's in the corner, freaked me the hell out. Like she does so good. And even in the basement when she cuts her tongue, and so much gore and blood, and the reason that they're there is so smart. We've talked about this before, but they're not just out there to party with their friends. They're trying to kick, their best friend, their sister off dope. And they're not going to let her leave, even when she's acting crazy. Mm-hmm. That's smart. That's amazing. In the beginning sequence, you think this girl is being hunted, and then you find out that she's a Deadite, and she's like, "I'm gonna rip your soul out" to her dad, and they burn her alive. There's so much good about this movie, and honestly, I could watch it every day because it keeps me entertained the entire time. It's entertaining. So that's my number 11.
Awesome.
You're canceled for having it too low.
I know, but I don't.
I'm also about to get canceled.
Uh-oh.
My number 11 is
ready.
Bride of Chucky.
Oh, I was getting ready to put cancel,
Really?
but I don't care about that.
I do. I do,
she
J-Dev.
does. Again, like I said, this could be number 4 tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's not today.
18
years.
down the drain. I don't know, the human aspect of this movie just bothers me.
Yeah, I mean, they're not great. I get that.
I when I'm watching a Child's Play movie, I don't watch it for the humans.
Exactly.
And that's it's number 11. It's still high on the list.
I know.
But it's just not a movie that I could put in the top 10. I couldn't. So Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bride of Chucky at 11. Did you already give your 11, sweetheart?
I did. It was Evil Dead.
Okay.
2013.
And JW, you did as well.
I did. I'm at number 11 right now, so I have to go.
Okay, go ahead.
So you guys rate this one really low. I like this movie. Saw 4. I understand that they killed off John Kramer, but he's back in flashbacks. Okay, can be mad at that, but I think while it was kind of predictable, the twist of having Hoffman, who there was clues to, and Saw 3 that was going to be in on it because he took some of the evidence in a very quick scene for, I believe, Troy's death in Saw 3. I just really like the movie. Now, a lot of people say that focusing the movie around Officer Rigg wasn't that great. I don't know. I liked it. You bring back Eric Matthews, although I don't like how they ended Eric Matthews. But you just missed it. I did the look after I said I don't like what they did to Eric Matthews. I went, but I don't know. I just had a lot of fun with Saw 4. It's one of my favorite Saw movies. I guess that's just me. Some people say it's one of the worst ones. Some people say it's in the middle. Some people say it's one of the best ones. But I really like it, and that's why I'm putting it as my number 11. No, yeah, 11 with
11,
Detective
yeah.
Hoffman's reveal.
All right.
Okay.
You want to give us your number 10, babe?
My number 10 is Saw 2. Unlike you, I do love Danny Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg. Can't even say his name. And I don't know, the part where like you already talked about, Xavier, he throws Amanda into the needle pit. Like that was on one of my top 10, like where it makes me cringe. Like that whole sequence where she's digging through it and like sticking into her arms. I don't know. I couldn't read it, J-Dev.
I know. My marker is not. My Sharpie's messed up all of a sudden.
I don't know. I'm canceled. Is it too high? Too high for you?
Too low.
Oh, too low.
I haven't talked about Saw 2 yet.
Nope.
Well, I've been canceling everybody else that says anything negative about it, but
I mean, at least it was in my top 10.
Right.
very true.
JW, you want to give us your number 10?
I can do that. Ken, you probably canceled me for this one. It's number 10, so it's like it's not super low. There's just so many good movies ahead of it that this is, I'm like you, like these next four, like interchangeable to a degree, depending on what day I watch them. But my number 10 is going to be Evil Dead 2.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Obviously, this is where we get the Ash we know and love. He's awesome in the movie. The lines of Evil Dead really come to the forefront in this movie. The crazy scene with him chasing around his hand. They kind of redo the ending of the first one in it, but I don't mind it because I don't really remember shit about the first one because I don't like it. It's just a great movie. A great performance by Bruce Campbell in it, and it's freaking awesome, and it's freaking crazy. So it's only number 10. I apologize, but there's a lot left that we have to talk about yet.
Well, I mean, I do think that Evil Dead 2 is almost a remake of Evil Dead.
It is
Pretty much.
The first, like the beginning. I feel like they remade it, but made it better.
It's like a soft reboot to the original. Like, so I get
it's
that.
just them two. It's not like the whole friends group or whatever.
So my number 10, and it made the top 10 surprisingly. Child's Play 2019. The worst part about this movie is the title. We said it a couple times in this stream alone. But for me, the kills are great. The relationship is fantastic. Chucky's like an abusive partner in this movie. Like, if I can't have you, no one can. Which is scary to me. It's not I'm trying to possess your body. It's I love you and no one else is ever going to love you but me.
So I'm going to kill all of these people. Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza's fantastic. The Shane kill is great, with the watermelon patch. This is for Tupac line makes me laugh. Like you were talking about, J-Dub, the Jack Black janitor, the creepy motherfucker. Watching him get got was weird. Awesome. Just because I think that it's people like that are the worst type of people to me. Sexual assault. Putting a hidden camera in someone's bathroom is sexual assault to me.
Yeah.
Watching women shower, watching women use the restroom, like that's fucking disgusting. You're a bad person. And watching him get what he had coming in that aspect, I thought was awesome. And like I said, I love the relationship with Chucky and Andy in this one. And I think this one, I really wish the dolls look stupid.
He does.
But again, they don't need to do Charles Lee Ray. That's already been done and it's been perfected. You're not going to do a better Charles Lee Ray than what Brad Dourif and Don Mancini did. So I love that they didn't try to redo that aspect of who Chucky is. I just wish the doll would have had a different name and the movie had a different title. I think it would have been naming this movie Child's Play doesn't make any sense at all, because the studio doesn't own the rights to Child's Play 2. So if the movie was super successful, you couldn't have named the sequel Child's Play 2 anyway. But you could have named the sequel Buddy Bear from the world of Child's Play.
Yeah.
Rocket science. So number 10 for me, Child's Play 2019. Everybody did number 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. J-Dev, you want to start us off at number 9?
I can. All right, get your cancel button ready.
Uh-oh. Get the
Again, all good movies in the top 10, so there's not really a bad movie. Any given day, this could jump up to number 7. So my number 9 is going to be Child's Play 2. I get it. Great movie. I just found that another movie in the Child's Play franchise, which is higher, was better. And Ken knows a lot about that movie as well. The ending of the movie is classic. I love the third act, but you have Alec Vincent in it, and he's still annoying. And he got better, but he's still annoying from Child's Play 1988. The sister character, the foster sister, she's awesome, and I'll be seeing her at Flashback on August 4th, by the way, because both her and Alex Vincent are going to be there, but I'll probably just meet her. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how much money I have to spend. Jamie Kennedy's going to be there, and so is Lauren Rivera of Terrifier 2. So
I do want to say real quick about Christina Elise, the one that plays Kyle.
Yep.
One thing that I will always love and respect about her is I reached out to her for my first horror movie episode, and she got back a hold of me and was like, listen, I love what you do. I think it's great, but I'm honestly not a huge horror movie fan, so I don't think I would be the best person to come on and be a guest on your podcast. And I have an infinite amount of respect for her for just coming back and saying, look, it's not for me. I appreciate what you do, but it's just not something I would be good at. So, like, I have nothing but the most respect for her after that. That made me, even though I was bummed that I didn't have a chance to interview her, I gained a shitload of respect for her that way.
Yeah. I'll maybe you should get in touch with her again. Be like, okay, my first horror or other movie that I really liked, something like that. I mean, you don't want to change what you're doing, but I mean to get her on so you could have her on as a guest, because she's a character that people love, even though she was in one movie and of course the TV show, which I have not seen either season of the Child's Play TV show. I know a little bit about it from Cody Leach and Ken and Ashley, but Child's Play 2, awesome movie. Different parts of the movie. Just that third act with Chucky just doesn't stop coming after him. Pretty awesome, but unfortunately there's Scream movies that I like more and other movies that I like more. So that's why it's my number 9.
All right.
So my number 9 is Child's Play 2.
Shut up.
Wow.
Dead serious.
My number 9 is Child's Play 2 also, I swear to God. Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow.
The things that I love about this movie, we'll just go quick and we'll just all.
Yeah.
Mrs. Kettlewell.
You're better.
I didn't even mention her.
Mrs.
Beating her up with a ruler.
Yeah.
I mean, and we have it in our intro. How's it hanging, Phil?
Right. Which Phil, I hate Phil. He's why adopt kids if you're gonna be an asshole?
But I do love that they tackled that subject, the subject of having adopted children and their relationship, and how Kyle really tries to help Andy. Even when she lets him smoke a cigarette down in the basement, and again, I don't condone that. It's a minor smoking, but that's realistic to me. Yeah. An older adopted sister letting the little brother smoke because she thought it was cool.
I love their relationship.
Yes.
Like J-Deb said, I do love their relationship. And even Chucky, he's still pretty serious in this one. Like, he hasn't gotten,
too quippy.
Yeah. Like, he does have a few one-liners, like you said, but he's still very serious in this one.
This movie has my favorite Child's Play kill, the eyeballs.
Yeah.
In the technician. And I can actually say that kill scared me more than a lot of other movies growing up. There was something about seeing the doll's eyes go into that technician that just fucked little me up. Like that really, really, I had bad nightmares about that for a long time. As a young boy, I had a lot of dolls like that. I was a huge action figure doll guy. I had a bunch of WWF wrestling dolls, like the ones you could wrestle with.
You still have
the wrestling buddies.
Yeah, the wrestling buddies.
I had some of those. The Warrior and Hogan.
I had Jake the Snake Roberts.
Okay.
I'll never forget it with the green pants.
They're not dolls; they're action figures.
No, these were dolls. these were
stuffed animals.
Oh, okay.
I still have all my old WWE wrestling belts too.
Yeah.
I still got them.
You do.
So yeah, I just that scene really fucked with me. Seeing the eyes go into the technician, that's one that really fucked with me.
And just the final act, like in the Chucky factory, is awesome. Like you talked
Crazy
about,
bitch.
J-Dev. Yeah, like he just like will not give up on them. Yeah.
You're right. So yeah, we will catch up on the chat now before we get into our top 8. Scream 7 in the snow would be sick. 12,
I agree.
Scream 4 and 5 both felt similar. Yeah, I agree with that. I enjoyed Evil Dead Rise as well, which is on HBO Max now, or Max for whatever.
It's just Max now,
Yeah.
right?
No, you need to buy it on physical media. Don't watch it on HBO Max or Max, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You're a fucking nerd, Ken. Keep being a lover boy. We love to see it. I don't remember what I did, but deal.
J-Dub likes his physical media.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. Damn, dude, that's awesome, man.
You gotta.
Yeah, you got the collection going there, brother.
Got a
I love
good
it.
collection.
Over 1,000.
Trust me. I do not like false openings and closings. They bum me out. Hey, welcome, Charles. We hope you have a great time.
Yes.
Stick around. Hit that subscribe button.
And smash that like button.
Yeah, I do love that. I'm gonna slit your eyelids in half so you don't blink when I stab you in the face. That is so fucking dope. 11, the OG Child's Play. Well, if you don't come back, buddy, I'll see you tomorrow night at the house. Everybody's welcome in Charles. Evil Dead Rise. Thanks, everyone. Glad to be here. Evil Dead Rise started slow. I was on board from the hallway scene. I love the hallway scene.
Mm-hmm.
Scream 6, slightly different direction of scene. I don't know, man. We are glad to have you, buddy. Evil Dead 2013. I hated when I first saw it. Yeah, I get that. I really like it. It was a throw off. I do like that. Jane Levy and Toni Collette could have won awards for their performances in the horror genre. They
Absolutely.
should have.
For real. I love both of them.
It is the best place to be. Thank you. That means so much to us,
Thanks.
guys. Has anyone ever told you that you have a Will Sasso vibe?
Yeah.
J-Dev, double cancel. Put my face on a stamp.
Nice.
Yeah. Please push that thumbs up button. 10, saw 2004. Awesome.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank
Appreciate
you.
Thanks.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
I like to rank things, so.
Yes. And he does a great job. In the Child's Play films, lightning is very symbolic. When Chucky is awesome, I've always wanted to see a new look for Chucky with the scars on his face would resemble the lightning strikes. Yeah. Uh-oh. Number 10, Scream. So much fun, but a tad dated.
Oh, God.
Wear a mask saying you're canceled. Scream 3, at least you made it in my top 10. Side eyes, everyone. I like Scream 3.
That's too high for that. T. Parker, you're canceled.
Dude, it's so funny because I'm not going to get too specific into this, but I had someone on social media trying to attack me saying I was a woke liberal and I'm a part of cancel culture. And I was like, you obviously don't know me because I cancel people on my live streams for fun. Like, come on, man.
They like it. I know everyone likes to get canceled. They're like, all right, what can I do to get canceled?
It's just fun and games.
Yeah, like, I don't believe in any type of cancel culture. It's really funny to me that somebody actually thought that. I was like, you obviously don't pay attention to who I am and what I do because I literally do it on my live streams as a joke. If I really believed in that, I wouldn't make it a joke. So, yeah. Scream 3 in the top 10, huh?
T. Parker loves Scream 3.
Right. 10, Curse of Chucky. Yeah, I love that you have that so high. That's awesome. Child's Play 2019 in the top 10 is great. Thank you. Scream 3 is too good, and I agree that it's overhated. And one thing I will say, I know that he is a huge inspiration in the genre. I noticed a lot of Scream 3 hate when James started talking about how he wasn't a fan of it. Janice.
Oh.
Dead Meat.
Yeah.
Good friend of ours, and love the guy to death. I love him. I love Chelsea. Actually, you may be seeing them defend a movie here very soon. But it's I noticed, and that's cool, like the influence he has. But I wish he liked it more. Like
To each their own.
Yeah, to each their own. I love it. But yeah,
I'm not gonna like something because someone else likes it.
yeah, I know. I agree with you. But he also is a big reason. I'm not saying I'm not saying that people can take what he says, because I've done this with movies. There's been movies that I've hated, and James has pointed out good parts of the movies, and I'm like, he makes a lot of sense. Like I respect that.
I've done that for you.
Right. Yeah, you have. You totally Texas Chainsaw Remake.
You hated that movie, and I defended it, and now you like it.
She flipped me on it.
Yeah.
And there's certain
Halloween,
things.
You like the Halloween franchise more. I know you do, Ken. I know you do.
There's certain things that James can point out that makes me flip my opinion on. Not flip my opinion, but respect his opinion more, which makes me respect the movie more. You're not going to get me to flip on Resurrection, James. That movie's fucking great.
No. That movie is great.
That movie's terrible.
No, it's not.
J-Dub.
Shut up with this nonsense.
My least favorite behind everything. What?
I'm going to do the J-Dub face.
Wow.
Yeah. This is how I feel right now, Gavin.
You cut me deep, Shrek. You cut me real deep just now.
Just now. Hey, happy birthday to your daughter.
Happy birthday.
18 years ago when she was being born, we were getting together. So,
We're old as hell.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm still older than you. I'll be 43 in a couple of weeks. On Wes Craven's
dude.
birthday, August 2nd.
You look.
August 2nd, that's Chloe's birthday.
I'll say
too.
I'll never forget your birthday because it's our daughter's birthday.
Yeah,
it's
she'll
Chloe's
be
birthday.
11.
Yep. Yeah, he's fucking disgusting. So gross. It would have been cool if they chose Buddy, but I like the Child's Play title.
Mm-hmm.
What the? God, my geriatric hands don't want to work. Saw 2 is a worthy sequel.
Saw 2 is awesome.
Child's Play 2. Well, everybody's canceling them, and all of us had it at 9. Sorry, guys. Uh-oh.
Well, he had it higher than Scream, so.
9, Scream 6, amazing first 2 acts, but the third act, yes. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Joe? We love you too, buddy.
Hey, Joe.
Top 5. Okay, I respect it. I need to get that. Because I want to watch it. I want to see all the special features and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's no bonus material? Yeah. If there's no bonus material, I'll wait.
What?
Yeah, we'll have a talk later, Dice. You know who it is. There's nothing bonus on that, JW? There's no special features?
Apparently, I haven't actually opened it yet, but apparently not. I remember people talking about that, like they were pissed about that, but
I'm super pissed. That's the whole reason I love physical media.
I know.
I don't like the Warner Brothers 100 thing on here. That's kind of annoying. But
shout out to James and Chelsea. They made a cameo in Scream 5.
That
was so cool.
That
freaked
was
out
awesome.
in the theater. I was like, oh shit, yes. We have a My First Horror movie with them, and like I said, we started our new segment in defense of. So you may see James and Chelsea on there in the near future defending a movie that they are fans of that not a lot of people are. So I'm very excited for you guys to see that one too. Yeah, and listen, I don't want it to sound like I'm talking shit on James and Chelsea. Like when I say that, like he kind of swayed people's opinions on Scream 3 and on Halloween Resurrection. That's not it. I have nothing but love, admiration, and respect for James and Chelsea. The Dead Meat podcast is one of my favorite podcasts. I think James and Zoran and Emma and everybody that's involved in Dead Meat and the kill count, I think that it's just fucking fantastic, and the hard work that they do. They've turned a lot of people onto the horror genre, and Michigan kids, you know, I have nothing but love, respect, admiration, and I think they're fantastic. They're fucking just such hard workers, great content creators. So I don't want it to come off as I'm down, putting my nose down to James and Chelsea or Dead Meat and the whole team that works out there, because nothing but love, respect, admiration. They are some of my favorite creators in the world. He just needs to like Resurrection and Scream 3 better.
At least Resurrection.
Resurrection's a pile of crap.
Over here.
Oh, J-Dev.
Resurrection and great don't belong in the same sentence together.
T. Parker.
Hey, thank you. I hope
Yeah.
your stream went good. I'll be watching it tomorrow during work, man. Sorry we were streaming at the same time.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping in, buddy. Oh, that's such a bummer, man.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, I want to see special features. I love special features.
I hate that subcover too. Freaking 100 thing on there makes it look weird.
If you check out our My First Horror Movie, we do have a My First Horror Movie episode with James and Chelsea, and like I said, I think you guys will like the In Defense Of. I think it might surprise some people. What are you looking for, baby? Hey, buddy. Good night. It's always nice to talk to you. I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow. I love you, brother.
Yeah, have a good one.
Good. I'm glad it went good because I love Ken. I love mid-level media, so I'll be checking it out tomorrow, man. I'm very excited to watch it.
Oh, nice.
All right, now we're gonna do number 8 through number 1, and then we'll catch up on the chat after that. I'm not trying to rush, but there's something fucked up in my stomach, guys. I'm gonna throw up tonight. So,
Great.
Number 8 for
Sounds
me.
like an exciting night.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
I'm just kidding.
Number 8 for me is the OG Saw. The twist is fucking fantastic. The acting throughout the film is not.
Really?
Adam
Can't
Lee
disagree
Winnell.
with that.
Lee Winnell is, he's so bad in the movie.
Yeah.
Another thing that James talked about. You know who I am. He sounds like a kid in trouble. Yes. I mean, a lot of the movie is very slow moving, but again, the twist made it so that it's all the way up to number 8. On the twist alone, it's pushed up to number 8. So, for me, I'm going with number 8, the OG Saw.
Okay.
What about
Mine is Saw 3. I think that this movie is best tied up with 1.
With mid-pace motherfucking Jeff?
Yeah. There are some characters, with Carrie that, the kill when she gets ripped apart. I don't know. With Jeff, like you said, if it was my kid, I would be slow too.
Yeah.
And the trap where he gets all of his bones broken, that's a pretty cool one where he gets everything twisted.
I would have literally
The rack.
like that.
The rack.
The meme
Yeah.
where the guy takes the lawn chair and unfolds it and just sits on. That would be me watching the guy that killed my kid.
Yeah.
Oh, does it hurt? Oh, does that hurt? I'm sorry. Fuck you.
And then,
I don't care if it was an accident.
you get to
Because it was an accident, it doesn't bring my kid back.
right.
So
Either way, all the people involved were, they were messed up. But you get some inescapable traps in this one, which isn't Jigsaw,
right.
obviously. But yeah, I don't know. I like Saw 3.
Yeah. Awesome. What about you, J-Dev? What's your number 8?
Oh, I hate doing this. My number 8 is going to be Scream 5. It's number 8.
Wow, it's pretty high though.
It's a fun movie. You get the new cast, the core 4. Well, they're not officially the core 4 yet, but they eventually become the core 4. Obviously, the killer reveal, pretty obvious, but I do like Richie. Jack Quaid is amazing. Not a big fan of Amber. Nev Campbell, great. Courtney Cox, she's okay in this one. And Dewey, I think this is one of his best roles. It's kind of tied with his best role. Killing Dewey, it means more because it makes it memorable. If you don't kill any of these cast members off, then it's like, okay, these people just keep surviving all these movies.
Right.
So that's why Scream 2, which we haven't talked about yet, at least I haven't, and neither of you have. Killing Randy off, it sucked, but it made the movie super memorable, even though you hated it. But Scream 5, it was a lot of fun. It was great to get a Scream movie that we thought would never happen again, and that's why I put that number 8, and I wanted to put it higher. I really did.
Yeah.
But Ashley doesn't like it, because she put it way low, so you're still canceled.
Yeah. Well,
Oh well, you're used to it by now.
I
Right.
am. I'm so used to it.
All right. Do you want to give your number 7, babe?
Yeah. All right, J-Dev. You can cancel me now. My number 7 is Scream 2. It's in my. I knew I was gonna get the J-Dev face. he doesn't even want to hear it.
He's just gone.
he's done. He's done with me. I think this movie's great. It's a great sequel. You get all the OG cast back. The Jada Smith kill, like that's pretty cool. Like, you know, everyone is cheering and they don't think it's real, but it really is real.
I can't believe you have Scream 2 at number 7.
Yeah.
J-Dev is gonna have a stroke.
Well, it's just it's getting you back for how long you had Bride of Chucky. Okay. I don't know. Like Mrs. Loomis and like the killers, they're like one of my like the ending. I think that's like my least favorite. How she just gets killed off by like these fake rocks, and you didn't really see it coming, but like there's so many scenes where if like Nev would have just like when she's getting interviewed or whatever, if she would have just seen her, she would have known, right? But she didn't.
Right.
I don't know.
Definitely plot holes.
Yeah, there is. And then you're suspicious of Derek, but maybe that's just because of the first one.
Listen, if I see the fat boy from Stand By Me getting Nev Campbell, I'm suspicious too.
I was suspicious of him, and then he's just hanging, like he's probably still hanging there on that, that thing. I don't hate this movie. I do like it. But
well, I mean, to be fair, you do have it all the way up at number 7.
I have it at number 7.
Yeah.
And even like when Sydney is climbing over Ghostface, like why don't they look? Why don't they look and see who it is? I don't know.
Don't even get me started on that scene.
Yeah. But the officer kill where he gets like imposed by the whatchamacallit through his head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the pole. I like that. He's like twitching. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
it's dope.
Yeah, that's my number 7.
All right. What about you, J-Dev?
Number 7 for me, and I wanted to rank it higher, I really did, but it's going to be Child's Play 3, my favorite movie in the Child's Play franchise, which I was shocked that it was, because I thought Child's Play 2 would have been. But in rewatching, which I initially watched the 3 Child's Play movies over and over again when I was a kid, until like 1994, then I stopped watching until Bride of Chucky and that Seed of Chucky movie that we don't want to talk about anymore. But Child's Play 3 is awesome. I will defend the hell of this movie, saying it's the best movie, because the lines in this movie, the presto, you're dead, don't fuck with the Chuck. I like De Silva's character as kind of the love interest, but not really the love interest. I think the older Andy, Justin Whalen, was much better than Alex Vincent. Hot take. Sheldon, supposed to be a punk-ass motherfucker, and he was an asshole prick. Whitehurst, realizing that he caused a lot of people to die because he didn't say what he saw, the barber guy. So he sacrificed himself to let everybody else live by jumping on that grenade. So Child's Play 3, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I know that's one of Ken's favorites. I know that's Cody Leach's first horror movie that he ever watched. It's an awesome movie, and I'm happy to say that it's my favorite Child's Play movie at the moment at number 7.
All right.
And
Rude. How rude. How rude. How rude. How rude.
too low?
Well, now I'm going to be rude because number 7 for me, I said J-Dev is going to have a stroke because you had it at number 7.
Yeah.
But it's also because I have it at number 7. I have Scream 2.
Uh-oh, here we go again. He's done with us.
Yeah.
He's done.
And it's not even because, like I said, I think this is the movie's fine.
Yeah.
He's just completely gone. It's fine. Like, that's it. Like, the movie's just fine. There's some good kills in it, but I'm with you. I'll wait till J-Dev comes back.
He doesn't want to hear
Yeah,
it.
he doesn't want to hear it.
He's like, I'm not coming back.
No, I will.
I'll
catch what you said on the playback.
Everything after when they're in the car and she climbs over Ghostface and doesn't take his mask off.
It's stupid.
From there on, I don't like.
Yeah.
Everything before, I love the I Think I Love You. I know a lot of people hate that. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I
When
think
he's
that's
up there
good.
doing the dance, and like I love that scene.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to punch Joshua Jackson in the stupid face for saying House 2 is better than House.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's another scene where I'm like, that's how I know this movie's not real. They're not taking themselves seriously because they say something stupid like this. But besides that, again, it's a fun movie. It's a good movie. It's just lower on my list. J-Deb, you want to start us off with your number 6?
Yeah, I can. After my tantrum that I just threw. And the hold it, I just punched to my wall. I'm just kidding. I'm actually, it's more comical. I hope these overreactions are comedy to everybody else because I'm not mad at all.
Yeah.
It's in his top 10. I don't,
It's
So
fun. That's the point of this, is to have fun. We're supposed to be having fun.
So my number 6 is going to be Saw. I agree with a lot about what you said about the movie. Is really bad acted by most of the people in the movie, aside from Danny Glover and Monica Potter. I thought they did good. You don't really get a lot of Tobin Bell in that movie, so you can't really say he's a good or bad actor. I'm jumping around here. As far as the twist, I saw it coming. You have a dead body laying in the room, and you haven't found out why that dead body's there. I knew it. And I heard there was a twist to the movie, so I didn't know what the twist was. Carrie Ells and Lee Winnell, their acting is atrocious. I still like their characters, but the Adam... Just, that... What the hell are we watching here? Michael Emerson.
Yeah.
Michael Emerson as Zepp. I thought he did a really good job. He was convincing as this weirdo that you thought was Jigsaw for a moment there, but as the movie kept going on, I'm like, what is up with this dead body laying in the bathroom? This dirty, disgusting bathroom. So I could go on and on about the movie. I think I touched upon enough of things. So Saw, the original. If Patrick watches this, he'll cancel me, but that's my number 6.
All right. My number 6 is the OG Child's Play. It's my favorite franchise. It's one of the things that growing up, it just changed my life watching Child's Play. And it started with this one. I think that Alex Vincent's fine. I don't think he's perfect.
I think he's so cute that it's okay.
Yeah, he's fine. I really like the scene where he's in the hospital. He's like, please, he's like crying against the door. Like, I really feel bad during that scene. So I mean, like I said, Child's Play is one of those movies that I wouldn't be me without that franchise.
Yeah.
That franchise changed the way I looked at films in general, let alone how I looked at horror films. And another one of my favorite kills all time is in it, when you had John, the voodoo guy. You should show your customers where you keep these things, John. He's breaking the legs and shit like that. And obviously the Odd Day Dewey Dembala, the birth of that. Me and my sister, Kendra, got in trouble for doing that to each other when we were kids because my dad thought it was demonic. So when I was very, very young, my mom, I don't know why I said my dad, my mom yelled at us for doing that. She said it was demonic. We weren't allowed to do it anymore. I was like, I'm trying to possess her body, Mom. Stop being a fucking square. So yeah, Child's Play is my number 6.
Okay. My number 6 is Child's Play 3. I'm sorry, Ken. I'm sorry. You can go ahead. Go ahead. Cancel.
Why are you the way that you are?
We even have whatever. I don't even care. So
Bite my shiny metal ass.
it's in my top 6. You should be happy, okay? Chucky, he really gets his personality here. I do like how they move in like to reformatory school. He went to they tried to adopt him. He was still bad, so they sent him to boot camp.
He wasn't bad.
I know, but they thought he was bad. They thought he was making everything up. So I like how they did that. I don't know. Like you get a lot of his one-liners, like "Presto, you're dead. Don't fuck with the Chuck." Like I said, he really does get his personality. He's not as serious in this one. And like he literally put real
Bullets in there.
I can't think. Yes, bullets. There we go. My brain is all messed up. He literally put bullets in a kid's gun, like for a game. Like that's dark if you think about it. Like they're just out there thinking that they have paintballs, and he really shoots a kid. Like that's horrible. And like the climax in it is very suspenseful. Like you have them in that roller coaster ride or whatever. I like that part too. So, and then he falls into the fan and gets all chopped up. And
I love how in the Child's Play TV show, he's like, some of the things I hate are guns, fire, and big industrial-sized fans.
Yeah.
That was a good little reference.
Yeah, and his look too. He looks more evil, even more like humanized in this one. He doesn't look as much like a doll. So. Like his eyes, I think it might be. His eyes look more human, maybe.
Did you start us off with this one, Jada? Did you do your number 6?
Let's see here. I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I said that we were going to wait till the 1, but we're going to catch up on the chat now before we do the top 5.
Okay.
Nathan says 8 is Bride of Chucky. I love Decker. He's great. He also did a one-chip challenge, which was pretty funny to watch. Child's Play 2. That's a fair ranking. Yeah, he's. I think he's fantastic. I love his hair too. Best hair in the business. Original, and just some of the way he does his facial. Decker's great. Come on. Scream 3, my favorite Scream film. I have the most fun with. I couldn't care about the smallest of flaws. I agree. Everybody's canceled. There it is. The best hair. He does. He has fantastic hair. Hey kids, it's Captain Crunch. His Jason X review was hilarious. Yeah, he's great. Amber's reveal though was executed very well. It shocked me in the theaters.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree, Cal. I don't agree with that. Cutting the OG off. Heck no, sorry. His review put me into Phantom of the Paradise. Well, Dice can tell you all about Phantom of the Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite dramatic performance by a comedic actor. You know what? I'm going to say Bill Hader in It Chapter 2. Bill Hader showed me in It Chapter 2 that he's not just some goofy ass. He can really, really act. Like, really act.
Yeah.
Or Jim Carrey in Eternal Sunshine
That's
of the
what I
Spotless
was going to
Mind.
say, was Jim Carrey.
We both liked Eternal Sunshine a lot. Adam
Sandler
in
in Uncut Gems.
Yeah. Uncut Gems was good, but I got to say Reign Over Me.
That's good too.
That's
good
I
too.
cried in that movie. Yeah.
So those are some. And then comedic performance by a serious actor. I don't know, would Joe Pesci in Home Alone count? He's still kind of a bad actor, but it's funny. You know?
That's a good choice.
You motherfucker.
Yeah. You motherfucker. Yeah. You lost your pen, you motherfucker. Yeah, so those would probably be mine, I guess, if Pesci in Home Alone counts. Because I've always thought of Pesci as more of a serious, but that's kind of like a kid's movie, so
yeah,
I could go with that one.
What about... Fuck, what's... I don't know. I can't think of any right now.
What about you, J-Dev?
I like that Joe Pesci and Home Alone answer. That was spot on. I'd have to think about it a lot more. If through the rest of the stream, if I think of anything else, I'll chime in. But I think that's a really good answer for that.
Where she brings the guy home. He's like, can you milk cats? What is that movie?
Oh, Robert De Niro and Meet the Parents?
Yes, Robert De Niro and Meet the Parents.
I was going to say that, but he's still serious in Meet the Parents, to a degree.
Yeah,
Right.
but he still has a little bit of, like...
Goofiness.
Yeah, like, can you milk
Can you
cat?
milk me, Greg?
Yeah, whatever he says.
I have nipples. Can you milk me?
I have milk.
Uh-oh. Scream 2 for me is last on the screen.
Cal. Do you guys
canceled?
One part in Scream 2 I hate is the I Think I Love You part. See, I love that part. But because me personally, I'm an over-the-top romantic type guy. So that's something I would have totally done to Ashley, for sure. Same for me, Cal, because now I'm getting my favorite horror franchise on the list. Mutes the stream when Ashley ranked Scream 2 that low. He had to remute it when I did it.
I didn't mute it. I just threw my headset off.
Right. Look at this. 7, Scream 6. 7, Cult of Chucky. Evil Dead Remake at number 7. Facts. Facts.
It was high.
Good,
It wasn't
though,
that low.
Right? Mine is 6.
Evil Dead 2013. Yeah, me too. I love Child's Play 3 growing up. Chucky's death is awesome in it. Child's Play 3 is my favorite in the franchise. And mutes the stream when Ken ranks Scream 2 so low. Scream 2 versus Child's Play 3. Round 1. Child's Play 3.
Round 1.
Fight. Ken loved the table singing because he did that for Ash. See? I totally would do that. She knows I would too. I would totally do that to her. Scream 3, Scream 2, Scream 3, Saw 2, Saw 3, Scream 5.
Okay.
Child's Play 88, words can't describe how perfectly frightening this film was for me. Hey! What's up, Bipolar?
Hi.
Thanks for stopping in. 5, Scream 4, great movie. I do like, the prediction of that, how they did all that. I thought that was really good. Saw scarred me when I first see it. Billy the puppet running the damn tricycle after Amanda survived her trap had me spooked. Yes, make sure you guys are subscribing to JDev. He is fucking amazing. Hey, what's up, buddy?
We're still here.
Yeah.
Still here.
Charles, stop calling me that. God, I love that
Tyler.
movie. Yeah, I fucking love that movie.
I didn't even
Brandon
talk about
Fraser and the
him.
Whale. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Meryl Streep and Death Becomes Her. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I feel like Tyler's
By
a little
Evil Dead
old
Rise.
to be wanting a doll, don't you?
That bad? Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Scream 5. Robert Downey Jr. and Tropic Thunder. Holy shit, that movie. Bruce Willis and Cop Out. Ooh, that's a good one. Keanu and Bill and Ted. That's another good one.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro and Analyze This. Oh, thank you, Tatum.
Thanks, Tatum.
We appreciate that so much. We appreciate, guys, seriously.
Yeah.
18 years today, and there's nowhere we'd rather be than with you guys. Thank you for being a part of our family. Scream 5, my favorite Legacy sequel.
All right.
All right, so now we are up to number 5. And my number 5 is my favorite Saw movie, the one with fair-paced motherfucking Jeff, Saw 3. I like this movie a lot. I think that the family dynamic of this movie, that's one of the twists that got me, was the fact that was Jeff's wife that was the doctor. Not the one at the beginning when, she was talking to that guy and she was like, what do you want? And he's like, a divorce. Like, you think, that they're in a relationship.
Right.
Not that he wants her to divorce Jeff. The only thing for me is that I think that while I wouldn't have saved anybody in that situation, I would have thought a lot smarter at the end, knowing that my daughter... Oh, he didn't know his daughter was trapped yet.
No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just... man. Finding out your daughter's trapped in there is fucking rough. And I loved watching Jigsaw get his throat cut. Like, that was great. Amanda being tested. Like, all the death that happens there at the end of that movie is just fucking insane. So, love the movie. Love the twist. The deaths are just fucking gnarly. The girl getting frozen to death. But what about that pig scene?
Ugh,
well, the
gross.
pig guts are getting on the judge. You have to burn your kids as shit. Like, all the pictures and the stuffed animals.
I'd let him die. I'd let him die.
Yeah, you're dead, bro.
Yeah,
I probably would have went in there and like cut his neck. Like, I'm not letting you drown in maggots, but I mean, I'm still a human being. But you let the guy off with a warning. He killed my kid. I'm not burning my kids' pictures.
Yeah.
Well, now we wouldn't have to. 'Cause we got like cell phones and shit like that. But burning Kenny's stuffed animal. Mom and Dad love you.
Oh, please stop.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. we got Kenny at Build-A-Bear when he was a little boy, and when you pull the paw, it says "Mom and Dad love you." He still has it to this day. It's cool as shit.
He thinks it's lame.
No, we think it's cool as
I
shit,
know.
but he still has it though.
He thinks it's lame.
So yeah, number 5 for me, my favorite of the Saw franchise, Saw 3. What about you, my love?
My number 5 is the OG Child's Play. Like you said, Chucky, he's just like horror royalty. Love him. This franchise, in my opinion, is one of the more consistent franchises. You know, there's not a lot of retcon going on. And it's just where the legend began. Like, you get this psychological thriller with he is in a doll, and it's actually scary. So, and I know that Andy, he's not the greatest actor, but he's young. He's still a little cutie, so I cut him some slack. I don't know. I love this movie. I think it's iconic.
It definitely is a tension-filled movie until the reveal. So I don't blame you. There's movies that I like more than the 1988 Child's Play. So
yeah.
Hopefully Ken is okay still. We're pulling through here.
I'm trying.
All right. Well, my number 5 is going to be Evil Dead 2013. This movie is batshit crazy and gnarly as hell. Jane Levy is awesome as Maya in the movie, or Mia, I can't remember what it is now.
Mia.
Yeah, I always get those two confused. I know what it was, but then my brain starts going a mile a minute. I can't remember the name.
Right.
But the movie is so crazy, so brutal, and Fede Alvarez really pushes the envelope in this. And this is how Evil Dead Rise should have happened. Where Evil Dead Rise was good, but this one went balls to the wall. It's an awesome movie, and I thank Nick from the Lost River Drive-In for saying, dude, you gotta watch Evil Dead Rise. You don't even have to watch, or Evil Dead, I'm sorry. You don't have to watch the original. You don't have to watch Evil Dead 2. You have got to check out Evil Dead from 2013, and I'm glad I did, because that's the first one I actually watched of the series, and I thought it was freaking awesome, and she deserves to have all the horror accolades, especially with Don't Breathe and Evil Dead. And I hope she comes back for something else, although it doesn't look like she will. But Evil Dead 2013, my number 5, and I hate to have it that low because the movie is freaking unbelievable, especially the climax and the brutality in it. So awesome.
Yeah.
And Don't Breathe was filmed in our town, baby. Detroit.
Yep. Even though it looks like crap.
Yeah. All right. You want to start us off with number 4, babe?
Number 4 for me is Saw, OG. This is one of the movies that if I could go back and watch it over and not know the twist, I would. Like, it's just so good, and I didn't see it coming at all. Just like that game over and you get the door shut, but even before that, like you get, the little sequence where it plays through all the stuff that you should have seen but you didn't because you weren't like looking for it, with
Sepp's theme.
Yeah, and you get that iconic score. Like, I love it so much. And like
the best horror movie score of all time, Ashley, by the way. Not Halloween.
It's I won't agree with that, but it is up there. And then like the reverse bear trap, like that's one of my favorite traps. Like, I love that. So it's my number 4.
All right. What about you, J-Dev?
My number 4. We're almost done with this list. I can't believe it. It's going to be Scream 6. Now, I know a lot of people are like, what? That movie's terrible. I feel like the flaws of the end of, Detective Bailey being the father of Richie and his brother and sister Quinn, and what's his name? The idiot that didn't even kill anybody, possibly. I feel like Gail not knowing who they are or not saying anything, it's a misdirection. In a future movie, they might say that they were just people following orders and doing stuff. I don't know. But before the third act, all the amazing things that happened in this movie, Ken touched upon it with them crawling on the ladders. That was nerve-wracking. The whole Ghostface shrine thing was awesome. You have Melissa Barrera as Sam, a lot better. I mean, a lot better in this movie. Jenna Ortega, pretty good. Melissa Barrera steals the show. Kirby coming back, although I don't like Kirby as much in this movie, but it's good to have her back. As far as Dermot Mulroney goes, he's annoying. He's weird. And the scene with you mess with me, or what's he say? I don't remember the line all of a sudden he says, but like it's obvious that he's the killer. But then when they come out and show that Quinn is one of the killers, which she thought she died, and then of course Ethan. I don't know. I know the ending has flaws, which may be fixed in a future movie. I love it, even despite Nev Campbell not being in it. It's my number 4. So
Nice.
I honestly thought that not having Nev was going to be a bigger bummer than it was.
I know. I thought it was
I
going
did
to
too.
hinder it for sure. And
Didn't bother me at all. She wasn't in it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm worried that she's not going to be in the next one either, because they did so good without her.
She's going to be in the next one.
I just think one thing we didn't touch on when I talked about Scream 6. Fuck! I just lost my train of thought.
So did I. I couldn't remember Ethan's name for a second there.
Yeah,
I've watched that movie 9 times already.
There was something else I wanted to say about Scream 6, and now I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, it was fucking spoiled for us.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Someone sent me the ending about a week before the movie came out, and I think that might have been I didn't believe it. They're like, "Hey, yo, here's the ending of Scream 6 if you want to see it," and I was like, "Okay." So I clicked it, and me and Ashley watched it, and I was like, "What the fuck? What is it? This is real? This is legit? I thought it was a joke." Don't do that, please. Don't send us stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have the willpower not to
especially
click
with
it.
Scream, like you want to be surprised.
Right.
Like
So
at
that
the
might be a
twist.
reason.
Like that's one of the reasons to watch a Scream movie.
That might be one of the reasons I didn't like it as much, because right when I saw that dude, I was like, because I didn't know who they were when I'm watching the clip. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this?
Right.
And then I see the guy, and I'm like, oh, that's the fucking killer. Cool. So, please don't send us spoilers.
Yeah.
Like, don't be that person.
That
please.
sucks.
So yeah, that might have been one of the reasons I didn't like it as much. So, you did number 4, right, baby?
I did.
My number 4 is Evil Dead 2013. I love this movie. This is my all-time favorite horror remake, reimagining, reboot. Jane Levy, we've given a lot of love to her, so I'm not going to touch on her too much. But what I will say is Lou Taylor Pucci.
Oh yeah, I didn't see anything about him.
He's so fucking good in this
too,
movie.
Yeah.
I thought watching this movie he was going to be the new Ash character. Like, he was like the nerdy school teacher. He's the one that discovered the book. He's the one that read out of the book. I thought that he was going to be our Ash of the future. And he did so good. And it was practical. Him pulling the needle out of his eye. It was a magic trick that he did. And it's just like, and we've been Lou Taylor Pucci fans for a very long time.
He's a cutie.
He's adorable. And he's just a great guy. He's just such a nice, down-to-earth guy. So yeah, and like you said, Ash, I'm not going to touch too much on it, but the brilliance behind the reason they're at the cabin. Kicking my sister off dope. We're not going to let her leave, because the last time we did, she went and she got more, and
she almost
died. She did die. They had to defibrillate her.
Defibrillator.
So yeah, Evil Dead 2013 at number 4 for me. J-Dub, you want to start us off at number 3?
I can't believe I didn't talk about the whole premise behind Evil Dead of her being an addict and they're trying to get and the fact that I thought that the guy was going to be the survivor at the end because she was the one that was possessed, and then he ends up dying and she ends up not being possessed anymore. How did I forget about that?
Well, have you seen the alternate ending to that, where the truck driver picks her up?
I have not. I don't watch alternate endings usually.
Check out the alternate ending to Evil Dead 2013.
That's the whole reason we like to buy
physical media
is to watch
alternate endings,
I love
commentary,
alternate endings and like stuff
Yes.
like that. Like Jane Levy, they really buried her alive. Like that would, I don't know, that would make me feel claustrophobic.
Yes, she was genuinely buried alive in that scene, and that's why when he's digging her out, he's so frantic, because she's really buried alive there. And it's funny because we talked about this in his My First Horror Movie episode, but the scene where Lou Taylor Pucci starts laughing when the girl's got when she's got all the nails in her face, and she's like, "Why does my face hurt?" and he just starts laughing
like a crazy person.
Yeah, that was completely ad-lib. That was him. He said they were out, it was cold, they'd been filming for 2 days straight, and she said that, and he just busted up laughing, and Fede Alvarez was like, "Do that again, but make it bigger." So that's why he just started laughing so hard, and he said that he really attributes that scene to Creepshow, that I can hold my breath for a long time, he said that was a huge influence on his laugh right there. He said it just came over him. So this right here really had a huge part in that.
I can hold my breath for a long time.
He's like, I'm laying there. She said that, and that popped in my head, and I just started laughing. And I've never forgot that since he said that. So that's something I thought was really dope. So, yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there.
The line that I remember with Detective Bailey going, "You mess with my family, you're dead." Like, really? You're going to give us that clue right here, right now? We're not going to suspect him? And then he ends up actually being the killer. I thought it was like a false clue or something like that. But anyway, I'll get to my number 3. You guys probably know what it is already because there's 2 movies you know are going to be my number 1 and number 2. My number 3 is going to be Saw 3. I love Saw. No, that's not what I meant to say. Saw 2. I love Saw 2. It's so awesome. I think the twist is actually better because I actually didn't know what was going to happen in Saw 2. I liked Donnie Wahlberg's character of Detective Eric Matthews. The twist of Amanda being involved, which maybe you could see coming, but I didn't. Obviously, the role that Xavier played in the movie and kept going around, hey kid, and how brutal he was to cut the thing on the back of his neck, and it's so good. I wish we would have got more of a follow-up from Daniel Matthews, like where he is. Like, he never came back to the series, except he came to Scream 4. But Saw 2, to me, it's better than the original. I think it's better acted. You don't have a shitty scene of Cary Elves and Lee Winnell trying to act when you know they can act. Well, at least Cary Elves. But I don't want to ramble too long. Saw 2, awesome movie, and that's my number 3.
Nice.
Number 3 for me, Everyone's a Suspect. Scream. I love the first Scream movie. It's my favorite of the Scream franchise. I don't think that'll ever change. I love Jamie Kennedy in this film. This film just fucking rejuvenated horror. Whether you love or hate Scream, you can't deny that.
My number 3, Scream 2.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just talk about Scream together.
Okay.
Yeah, it completely rejuvenated horror. It brought horror back.
I made it self-aware. Made it, it's so meta. Like, it definitely I don't know. We needed it in a time where horror was sinking. We needed this.
Well, look at what came after.
Yeah.
Like some of the movies that.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legends, Halloween H2O. Like, yeah, all of these, movies that are self-aware and meta. Like,
it made horror cool.
It did. Which you're salty about it, but I was like, all right, I'm not weird anymore because horror's cool now. Like,
it's funny because
I've liked horror since I was a kid, and I was the weird one.
I was such a closet Scream fan when it came out. I was like, fuck this trendy shit. And I was like, this movie's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it, but at the same time, I was like, man, I like horror way before you, man. It's like the punk rock syndrome.
Right.
Like, I don't care if it's mainstream.
Now it's like different. Now you're like, oh, you like horror? Let me talk to you about it.
Yeah. I've definitely grown up a lot.
Yeah.
But
well, that's good though. But in like, I didn't think it was Billy because
we watched him die.
He died. And then Ghostface killed him. So like the twist of that, I don't know. And
we often forget how good the twist was in Scream.
Yeah, because
we watched Billy die.
Ghostface killed him, and then he's walking down, licking his fingers, and it's amazing.
I agree.
I love it.
All right, so I'll start us off with number 2, and my number 2 is my favorite Evil Dead film.
Movie. Yeah, I knew it was going to be that.
Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn.
That's mine too.
And for those of you that don't know, Ashley and I never know each other's list. We have separate lists. We keep them separate just so we don't ever see them. But it's funny how many we had in common. You want to talk about Evil Dead 2?
Yeah. And so this is my favorite in the franchise. I think it's the most iconic one. J-Dev talked about it, but this is where Ash, he really becomes his own. He gets his wits about him, and
he really becomes Ash.
Yeah, like he's got the humor, and he's more of a badass. And honestly, it's not even like a sequel. It's more of a reboot. Like
It
you had,
really
like
is.
you had said, like the beginning, it was the first movie. So yeah. Do you have anything else to say?
I just this movie perfectly encapsulates who I am as a human being. The mix of the horror and the comedy.
Gets his a lot of his one-liners like groovy.
Yeah, if you want to watch like the top 5 movies to show you who I am as a person, it would probably be
Back to the Future.
House. Yeah, House, Back to the Future,
Pee-wee's Big
Evil
Adventure.
Dead 2, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and probably Moneyball, I would say.
What about The Notebook?
The Notebook would be up there. I fucking love
Notebook's a
that
good movie.
I
It's a
love that
fantastic
movie
fucking
too.
movie.
It's in my top 100 of all
Fantastic
time.
movie.
He actually
It's in my top 10.
He actually showed me that movie.
For our anniversary.
18 years ago. Like that was before we even started dating. That we watched that together.
Yep. And for our anniversary one year, I rented out the movie theater in our town, and me and her watched The Notebook in there, just me and her in the movie theater.
That was awesome.
I fucking love that movie, and she loves that movie. And if you're a bird, I'm a bird. So,
if you're a bird, I'm a bird.
yeah, it's probably in my top 10 favorite non-horror movies of all time.
Yeah.
That's how much I love The Notebook. I'm not being funny. I fucking love that movie. It's such a good movie.
Mm-hmm. But back to Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
I mean, he
It
gets
just-
his chainsaw hand, like
The hand flipping him off in the mousetrap.
yeah.
Like it's I love this movie. I think like I said, it perfectly encapsulates
Just the comedy
Who I
that
am.
they put in it, it just makes it better, I feel like.
yeah. Yep, I agree.
All right.
What about you, J-Dev? What's your number
Well,
2?
just want to touch upon something in the comments. Somebody mentioned my Dexter poster. I love Dexter. I've reviewed every episode of Dexter and
Every
Dexter New
episode.
Blood on my channel and ranked all the seasons. And when they come out with something new with the Dexter franchise, I will be covering it. Not to do a cheap plug, but Dexter, Walking Dead, UFC fight reactions,
Ooh.
and franchise ranking videos. That's what I
Fucking
do
plug away,
most of the time.
bro.
So,
Yeah.
All of
so
you should know that
my...
now because you're all subscribed to him now.
Yeah,
you guys
so-
all know that now.
I'm going to surprise you guys here. My number 2 is actually Scream 2. Didn't see that one
Shut
coming,
the
did you?
fuck up.
So I thought about it, and I'm just kidding. My number 2 is going to be Scream from 1996.
I seriously was like, no freaking
Yeah, I was like,
way.
there's no way this is happening right now.
I mean, they're both amazing movies. I just feel there's a lot of Scream from 1996 is awesome. It's to a degree flawless. I just think the movie, obviously you know what everybody in the chat should know what my number 1 is before the stream even started, except the new people. It just kind of runs a little slow at times. Obviously the opening of Scream, awesome opening with Drew Barrymore's Casey Becker. What a flawless, phenomenal, gruesome opening of a movie. And of course the third act, jumping around here to Billy we thought was dead but isn't dead, Stu, the whole ending sequence with Stu are. I don't think the performances by Courtney Cox and David Arquette are the best. I don't think Skeet Ulrich as Billy Loomis is as good. It's good, but not great. And Sydney's performance is kind of, it's okay. I think Scream is carried by Matthew Lillard, Rose McGowan, and also Jamie Kennedy, but not to the degree that Rose and Matthew Lillard go. But I mean, it's an awesome movie. I always want to put it number 1, but I just can't. My love for a different movie is too much. And yeah, Scream from 1996. I shouldn't even have to sit here, but Scream 5 called itself Scream is my number 2. I love the fake out because you guys actually fell for it.
I did.
I was
Well,
like,
we already know it, buddy, so why don't you just go into your number 1?
Go ahead.
Scream 2. Enough said. No.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't explained why I like Scream 2 as much, and I'll try to keep this under 2 minutes. I feel like the movie from beginning to end is entertaining. I know somebody says that there's a lag. My issues with Scream 2 are the 2 detectives. They should have been fleshed out more, and we should have liked them and cared about them more. And the whole drama scene with the play Cassandra, with the drama teacher. All that stuff annoys the shit out of me. But aside from that, I think all the characters are really good in Scream 2. You have, I think, the best performance by Sydney, the best performance by Gale by far, and Dewey probably tied with Scream 5. Although I would put Scream 2 slightly ahead, but I can agree that it's a tied performance. You have a great performance by Liv Schreiber as Cotton Weary, which I don't know why they killed him off in Scream 3. They should have just made him the killer in Scream 3 at that point. You have great people in the movie aside from Josh Jackson, like Sarah Michelle Gellar to talk about her being killed. You have a great performance by Timothy Olyphant as Mickey the freaking Tarantino film student. Awesome performance by J.B. Kennedy, aside from him getting killed, which really sucked. Mrs. Loomis, a little nuts, a little crazy, but awesome character. Jerry O'Connell is Derek. Great. The two sorority sisters, Porter DeRossi and Rebecca Gayhart, which I don't remember their character names. No, Sister Lois and Sister Murphy just came to me. They're great. I just love the movie. It's suspenseful as shit. I think Scream is kind of secluded to a couple places. I think Scream 2 is like kind of all over the place, and I don't know. I love it. The opening scene, love it. Not as good as the first one, but good scene. So right. Scream 2, my number one, and how many people canceled me?
You want to give your number one, babe?
Yes. My number one is Bride of Chucky. Yep. Favorite in the franchise. I think that the horror and the comedy are a perfect balance. I love Jennifer Tilly. She was born to play Tiffany. She's one of my favorite additions to the franchise. I think she's amazing. She's awesome.
I think she's fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to play poker with her so fucking bad. Like,
you would get your ass kicked, I feel like.
Probably. She's fucking dynamite. For those of you that don't know, Jennifer Tilly is a fantastic poker player.
Is she still with Phil Locke?
I don't know.
Okay.
But she's just like, just watching her play, like at the World Series and stuff, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I get jelly as fuck.
And then she has really good kills. Like I feel like she has the better kills in Bride.
Oh, she
Chucky
carries
does.
Bride.
Yeah. And I know that the human characters aren't great, but I don't watch it for them. Like, they're just kind of like the background for me, I guess. Sure. And like I said before, Bride, or everything is better with a bride. It just makes it much better.
I agree. Everything's better with a bride.
It is.
So
got my props.
I think we all know my number one.
Child's Play 3.
Yeah, we all knew it was coming. But like, I talk about the Child's Play franchise a lot, and if you've watched like our In Defense Of with Cody on Child's Play 3, Don Mancini hated that flick. A lot of people hated it. I don't get it. I do not get the hate for that movie. I think Child's Play 3 is fucking great. I love that, we aged up Andy a little bit. I know everybody hates on him.
I guess it doesn't make sense because, like, he was young and then it was made a year later and now he's a teenager.
I get that.
I understand why they're like...
But at the same time, like, we just watched Chucky chase this little kid for 2 movies.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
And then, like, I love De Silva. I think De Silva's fantastic.
Awesome.
She's
wish she
badass.
would come back in the...
me too. In this TV series? Yeah.
She will at some point. So will the mom in Chris Sarandon's character.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I think that, I think I absolutely love De Silva. I love Whitehurst. I think he's great. Like, he ends up sacrificing himself.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Sheldon. Like, he's such a douche, but he's like the most stereotypical douche. But
plays
like
his part good.
He still has a charisma about him. Like, you think you're pretty funny, don't you, De Silva? Yes, I do, sir. Like, I love that banter between those two.
I love how she gives him shit. Like,
yes.
You go, girl.
What'd you say, De Silva? I said, you asshole, sir.
Yeah.
That's another movie I could probably quote from front to back. I love the opening of this film. How you got the 2 different ones talking. You got the old dude that's trying to play putt-putt in his fucking office.
And the poor guy in the garbage
The trash compactor.
Yeah.
That scene is genuinely sad.
Like, I feel bad for him. He's just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. Botswick, Presto, you're bald. This is where Chucky, I feel like, really becomes an icon.
He does. Yeah, he definitely gets his wits about him. He's not as serious.
Where are you little shit? Love that part. The with it tampering with the mail is a federal offense. The shit with him and Tyler's great. Like you said, the shooting part is just fucking insanely fucked up. I love the roller coaster shit at the end at the carnival. I think that's really cool. Seeing Chucky get got in the fan was great. I would like to see more of the Child's Play 3 lore brought into. I was pulling for Tyler to be Devin's dad,
right,
in the Chucky TV series. Because, like, if you notice, in the Child's Play TV series, Devin's mom believes him about the killer doll right away. So I feel like that would have been a really cool addition. Like, your dad used to tell me about this killer good guy doll before he died, and it was Tyler. You know, like, I just feel like that it was so perfect. Like, it wrote itself, Don. What were you doing?
He doesn't like Child's Play 3.
I know, fucking dickhead.
He doesn't want. He's not gonna bring any of those people.
He needs to. I'm telling you,
for sure.
People would freak if De Silva came back in Child's Play. You know, the TV show. Like, that would just be cool.
Yeah.
Andy's like, I'm calling in an old friend. You know, this fucking De Silva shows up. It'd be so dope.
For sure.
She'd be like, Andy, you look a little different.
Wink at the audience.
I get it.
Yeah, Link. Yeah, like I said, Child's Play 3, my favorite in the Child's Play franchise, which is my favorite franchise of all time. Top 5 horror movie for me of all time. Really love it. So we will catch up on the chat before I go throw up my guts. Jane Levy said she won't be back for. I know she's not coming back for an evil.
I hope she will.
Bummer. I do too. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Jane Levy could play Carrie, maybe a couple years ago, unless it's like a college Carrie. That could still work. Child's Play 3, best Chucky one-liners. Love the military and carnival setting. Some of my favorite kills in the series. I'm sure you'd be on the ooh baby tip for you and Ash, but apparently those damn enchiladas got the best of him.
For sure.
Yes, those damn enchiladas definitely got the best of me tonight,
did.
man. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know I'm not as energetic and happy as usual, but man,
you're doing fine, Ken.
Fucked, man. Scream 6 at 4, very interesting.
It's a hot take.
Very interesting.
That was definitely bound to happen. 4, Army of Darkness. There it is. You fuck with my family, you die. Nathan did get it in there. Yeah. Child's Play 2, Scream 6. You can definitely feel the missing Dewey presence.
Yeah.
Ethan definitely killed Anika and Paul 2.0. Jack champion within the costume when Quinn was talking on the phone with Bailey.
I know they say that. I don't believe it. I don't think Ethan killed anybody.
No?
I think it was Detective Bailey and Quinn. I could be wrong, but I just feel like Ethan didn't do shit. Except be a red herring that actually turned out to be a killer that didn't kill anybody. But they did say that he killed these people, but I just don't believe it.
Right. One of the killers were spoiled for me. It was the Dr. Stone, which she turned out to be not the killer, but still, yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope not. I hope not.
I feel like he's going to.
He's craving something scary. I love you, but it's too long.
I just feel I feel like it's fan service at this point. Like, that's why.
Yeah. Lou Taylor definitely needs more horror roles.
Yeah.
The arm scene grosses me out in 2013. Seriously though, like if Stu would have came back in 4, 5, maybe.
Yeah. 7.
I just really hate in Scream 6 how they're like, oh, so you believe he's dead? Shut the fuck up.
I just feel like they were putting that in there.
Yeah. Evil Dead 2.
Like, where's he been all this time?
Yeah. And nobody said anything about him. Evil Dead 2013.
His parents covered it up and made everybody think he's dead.
Don't believe
Possibly.
it.
And he lives in the woods.
Cedar Chuck.
He's Jason.
Saw 2 is the best of the series.
Agreed.
Scream 2.
Canceled.
Daniel Matthews disappeared and then came back in Scream 4. Like, where you been?
Yeah. It's Robbie.
A little higher than mine, Shy, but I find Jennifer Tilly calling Red Man Red Men. That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Scream is my world, honestly. Yes, he is a huge Dexter fan. Make sure you subscribe to his channel so you can get all that. Nathan has Child's Play 3 at number 2. Yeah, Scream does have one of the best openings to a horror movie ever.
Yeah.
Up there with Jaws, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, motherfucker. That's fucking so good.
Oh, you didn't think I forgot about you? Surprise, motherfucker. Morgan.
Hard
Hard
eyes.
eyes. Rude eyes, mother.
French fries.
Drew Decker on the phone with the killer, or else my boyfriend's gonna be here any minute. He's black and he'll kick your ass. Fucking scary movie.
Oh gosh.
Love that shit.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. Curse of Chucky at number 2. That is fucking dope, man. I love that.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Shaheem has some really hot takes for these rankings. Like, you never know what he's going to say. Yeah, it's
I
great.
know.
If we all had the same ranking, it would be boring, you know?
Boring as
hell.
shit.
Yeah. There'd be no canceling. There'd be no J-Dev tantrums.
Yeah. Good job, T. Parker. T. Parker knows how to...
He really knows how to bring it out of you.
Right. Yeah, Nathan, my eyes got huge when you said that, J-Dev.
I kind of did it well, too. Like,
J-Dev, what are your favorite and least favorite Robin Williams flicks?
I have not seen all of 1 Hour Photo. I should. The one that comes to mind, and maybe this is a cop-out, because it's probably a lot of people's if they haven't watched a lot of his movies, but I think Mrs. Doubtfire would probably be my favorite. Mm-hmm. I think that's the one that I would consider my favorite. Like, other movies are good, but I wouldn't consider them a favorite. I do need to finish... Well, I probably need to watch it over again, 1 Hour Photo, because that could be number one. If I don't think anything else comes to mind. Jack was okay. Again, it's been a long time since I watched it, so maybe it's not as good as I remember, but that was good. Mm-hmm. But I would be confident with saying Mrs. Doubtfire would be my favorite Robin Williams movie. I can't talk all of a sudden. My lips have gotten really dry.
I gotta go with Good Will Hunting.
I would go with Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I think that's good, but I don't think
Doubtfire.
it's just not as good as people. In my opinion, I don't think it's as good as everybody says it is. But that's
Oh, I fucking love Good Will Hunting.
But 1 Hour Photo, I was so surprised by.
Yeah, that's a good one. Insomnia is a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
The Evil Dead might be the best indie film ever, which is it's very true. It was a very indie film.
It really was. Like they pretty much. It was like friends and family that.
Yeah.
Gave them money
Scream 1 to me has the best pacing. It might be a damn near perfect horror movie. I know it says Scream 6 here, but Cal did mean Scream 1, not Scream 6.
Okay.
Number 1, Child's Play. Yeah, I was going to say this, but I wasn't sure if this was fact, but I remember hearing that Liev wanted to be killed off from Scream. I remember hearing that. Oh, gosh darn it. Scream 2 made me love Sydney as a character. Touche.
Awesome role for Neve Campbell in that one. She did amazing.
Yeah.
Well, of course you'd regret being killed off when you see how big the franchise got after that.
Right.
Yeah.
Scream 3 over Scream 2, Don't Hate Me.
Interesting.
Number 1, Bride of Chucky.
I knew it, Shaheem. I knew you would say the same thing.
Jennifer Tilly is a class act.
She is. I love Jennifer Tilly.
Red herring when they dropped the... Yeah, they really did drop the ball on that one.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2. Fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Well, gosh darn it. So much fun. The most rewatchable horror movie ever, along with Nightmare 3, Return of the Living Dead, and House. I agree.
Oh, man.
I don't get the CP3 hate either. Yes, thank you everybody for coming on. We really appreciate you guys.
Yes, we do.
Make sure that you do subscribe to J-Dev. He's fucking amazing. He's one of our good friends and a great content creator. So please make sure you're subscribing to his channel as well. Justin and Tat. Jennifer Tilly and Bride of Chucky. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Hard eyes. Heck yeah.
Hard eyes.
Hard eyes.
Ashley, you and I team Bride of Chucky, baby.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it pisses me off so bad. The only part I like of Bride of Chucky is when he puts on the White Zombie Thunder Kiss 65. She definitely was the best part of the film.
Yeah.
Talking about De Silva?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shelton is a D-Bag of the Year award for me. He did have the best
He
one-liners.
definitely did his job, though. Like,
Yeah.
he made you feel like this guy's an asshole.
People don't like Child's Play 3 because it's not the same actor. Thank you! Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, we were streaming with Cody Leach, and I brought that up, and even Cody was like, dude, that would work. Like, that would fucking work.
It
like,
would have.
Yeah, it would have totally
It's a little
worked.
late now.
Yeah. But yeah, I was so bummed. Like, you had this perfect golden opportunity laid out right in front of you.
You should have got a hold of
that continues off of-
Mancini.
yeah, I would be down with that. I would be totally down with that.
Let's get in contact with him.
Just call him up.
This would be sick. Jane Levy in a sleepaway camp movie.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Stew Train Ken. Stew.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna. I know it is.
Look, nothing against Craven, dude. Steven, Craven, I love you. Stew's dead.
I think they'll bring him back.
No, don't do it. Jack is a fantastic Robin Williams film, by the way. And so is Hook. I cry in Hook. When he's like, when Rufio, if I had a dad, I want him to be like you. I'm like, it's so good. I love how controversial your rankings are, dude.
Heck yeah.
It makes it so much more fun.
Yeah.
Ashton, have a great night, man.
Bye, Ashton.
Have a good one, Ashton.
Thank you.
I don't think I
appreciate
Ashley
that.
tonight.
There's always next time. So again, guys, we want to say thank you for spending our well, it's not our anniversary anymore.
Not anymore.
But thank you for spending our anniversary yesterday with us. Next week, we will be joined by two more of our very good friends, Haunted Hippie, Kylie, and the man himself, Cody Leach, to re-rank the Insidious franchise. So, very excited about that.
Yeah.
Anytime we get to work with Cody and Kylie is super special. And to rank the Insidious franchise again with the release of The Red Door. If you guys haven't seen it, please make sure you're checking it out. We'd love to know your opinion on The Red Door, and I don't want to spoil anything for you because it will be a spoil. We'll talk about it before the live, but there will be spoilers of Insidious: The Red Door. So if you haven't seen it, please make sure you see it. J-Dev, please don't go anywhere, brother. We got a couple more questions for you. Everybody else, again, nothing but the most love from us. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also subscribe to JDev TV. Those links are in the description. They were also in the chat because Tatum does the Lord's work.
Heck yeah.
So thank you guys so much. And until next time, keep talking horror.
Stay who you are.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.